finally took her away.
And like we saw in this other video right here, it's very clear to me that she is often used to being an absolute drunk piece of shit. This obviously wasn't her first rodeo, and I can only imagine the amount of fucked up things that she says and does on a daily basis. I don't know, seeing some shit like this, it really just makes my blood boil. Someone just trying to do their job, and this snotty little brat who's probably never worked a day in her life has to come in and be all fucked up. I just really hope in the end that justice is served. Hope her family has to pay up.
Is that actually her family, or is this random people you're showing?
Y'all let me know what you guys think about this situation down below. Have you ever encountered something like this out there in the wild? And did it end differently? You know, I feel like most house parties I've ever been to, there's that one guy that's just way too drunk. And back in the day, before every single person always had their phone camera out, I mean, eventually after a certain level of harassment, people would just knock that motherfucker out. I'm telling you guys, one punch to the schnoz and it's really just lights out for a drunk motherfucker like this. Either way, I want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, shout out to that woman for her level of constraint. But as you guys know, it's been your boy the Tan Superman, and some other people ruining their life in 30 seconds out here need to be covered, so I'm out.
Alright. Peace. Well, take the L, white girl. Jesus Christ, 300 times. Fucking nuts. 30 times is already too much. It's fucking crazy, bro. Fucking crazy. Alright, somebody says, who's Saint the Sinner? Yeah, Destiny and Saint and the Sinner. I'm probably not gonna watch this. I'm just curious about what you're even talking about. I guess this is it. Yeah, I guess this is it.
I clearly don't respect you, and there's no reason to respect you. We're going to go through all of the points as to why you deserve no respect. Okay?
Okay, so the first time I watched it was because my friend was on your stream. The second time was because you were making a response. Oh, well, excuse me, sir. Can I finish my response? The second time was because you were watching me, so I decided to watch and respond. And the third thing is that when you are so ass mad that after me responding to like 5 minutes of your content, you got to go live with a title like "Expose Destiny, the Racist Gamer, and the Lie of Homophobia," it's pretty clear that you're cloud sharking. But I enjoy it, so here we are.
Because you feel stupid right now because you didn't realize you're talking to a technologist. Long story short, I hosted a conference. I showed people how to create NFTs from scratch, from the command line, little buddy.
From the command line? Please, can you tell me how?
Is homo...
I should show you guys how to make NFTs right now.
Wouldn't mind seeing myself. But as he perished, all the goings on impressive. Fiery beasts.
Made an NFT.
Homophobia a real thing?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah?
Okay, real quick. Let's help you out real quick.
Yeah, help me, please.
So...
My technologist friend.
Oh, hey, Marquette. All right, so I got,
What is going on here? It's...
As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up.
Oh my god. I don't know, dude. I might have to watch this now. That was actually really interesting. That actually kind of got me to want to watch it. I don't know if I'll watch the whole thing. I don't think I even have to watch the whole thing. Because, like, at some point, like, Young Don pops in. Like, it doesn't seem like all this is stuff that I necessarily need to watch.
command prompt open. What command do I have to put into NFT? Because
it seems like they just embarrassed
Exposed Destiny, the Racist Gamer, and the Lie of Homophobia.
You don't really have to call anybody a racist gamer. If you're a gamer, you're a racist by default. So.
Destiny exposed himself as a racist and a hater of African American culture. We'll be dissecting the hateful psychology of this fellow. Important.
I understand that. That makes a lot of sense to me. I do. This is the problem. Is that like gamer?
He is invited to join my stream and debate live. Oh, I'm invited. Live in 5 hours. Oh well, I'm not doing it tonight.
Man,
you reacted to your content before.
Thank. Genome writes, debate Destiny. I think my pleasure. In fact, if Destiny, Sharp, Ava, or Annalise would like to show up, I'll absolutely provide them the link to join the calls and get them to show up. This session was listed with enough time in advance for any one of them to show up if they so chose, and they're all welcome. I'd be happy to debate Destiny anyway.
Wasn't it 5 hours? Is that enough time in advance? Would you consider that enough time in advance? Like,
to be told, there's not a single person you see on YouTube that would survive at any level. Not a single person. Like, not even close. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be close. It'd be like Michael Jordan playing the worst kid in high school. Anyways, thank. Genome writes, debate Destiny.
Like playing him in a play, like a musical. Huh. Never thought
my pleasure.
Hold on, sorry. We're getting an August clip coming through.
I'm tripping right now because we're 2 hours in, right? And there's still another hour 40 minutes. Like, good lord, that is unnecessarily long. And here's the funny thing: no one's made a penny from the whole thing except the bisexual white dude who's been playing video games the whole time. How ironic. Everyone else has been pouring out their passion, their arguments, their solution, their thinking.
Oh my god. He just has him fast forwarded. It's not gonna be like that for a long time. Bro, the bisexual white guy, oh my god.
A gay white dude playing the video games and making the bag. Hey, he might not know how to live his life in terms of morals, but he knows how to get to the bag. Shout out to him, because he didn't use these dogs like the dogs that they are.
So here's my first criticism. I'm gonna be real with you. My first criticism is, why come out the gate with the homophobia? Okay? Like, if you're focused on calling Destiny a racist, okay, focus on that. You don't like, but then you want to do the casual homophobia. It hurts your argument. Because, like, logically, it doesn't make sense to be one type of bigot while calling out another type of bigot. So just keep the homophobia to yourself for a little while, and then eventually you can let the homophobia out. But keep it to yourself for a little bit. It's not explicitly clear you just fucking hate gay people. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
And I'm losing my hope and faith.
No, listen, I didn't vouch for him.
Getting back.
Trying to get. There's got to be better black men.
But why are
Wow, we have a guy who's not even a stand-up white guy talking about there has to be better black men. Hold on, my boy.
He's not saying that there needs to be better black men. What it sounded like is that they're having a conversation with somebody. I don't know who they're talking about. And then he's like, there's got to be better like representation of black men in the community for whatever they're talking about. That's what I'm assuming he's saying. It's not sensitive, but that's just like Destiny's content. He doesn't really care about being super sensitive. But it's obviously not bigoted. It's just not for you. You know what I mean?
First off, why don't you figure out what you're supposed to be as a man? Figure that out before you start assessing any other man. Because last I heard, men don't take it up the backside, bruh. Women aren't even supposed to be taking up the backside the way you're doing it, bruh.
What?
So now I'm going to need you to stop judging. It's ironic, because he doesn't want to be judged. Yeah, he's over here judging. That's curious.
What?
That's fascinating.
Drew, if you take it up the
projection. Oof, this is going to be brutal.
I will say, though, it's a little weird that God put the G-spot in the booty hole if he doesn't want us to get fucking spiked, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Just a side note, if you didn't think the LGBTQ mafia hates black people and black culture, they absolutely do. Yes, indeed. Yes.
You know, I'm going to be real with you, bro. And, like, just take this with a grain of salt, because I'm a white guy and I don't know anything that I'm talking about. But I see more homophobia from black people than I see racism from fucking gay people. And I'm not saying all black people are homophobic at all. I'm just like, it seems to be mostly dudes in the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that's a prescription for all black people at all, by the way, okay? I'm just saying, bro, if we're going to be fucking speaking honest about that, it's being real, dude.
Because remember, hip-hop culture is, very much an expression of the African-American culture. African-Americans have had the highest levels of religiosity in America, and along with that has come the rebuke of that lifestyle. So very much so the LGBTQ has tried to, break the African-American male culture, which is largely embedded in hip-hop music. And so they've been trying to feminize. I'm sure, Ryan. Jesus.
It'll be good because she's you're in graduate school right now?
yeah.
Okay, so she's in graduate school, so she is, by all accounts, an academic, and theoretically should be a rational person, able to analyze information and think in a linear way.
Talk shit about you, Haro. We got another clip.
There's a linear way? Is rational to think in a very linear way? What does that mean?
Yes. Looking at appearance as a metric, I'm going to go ahead and say she's way out of your league, little buddy. Your arm looks like a plastic bag filled with water.
Doesn't it make sense if she's out of my league, though? Isn't that what all these like red pill dudes talk about? Like, all you technically need is money and clout, and that's how you're supposed to be doing it, right? Like, doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, but you have to get
never lifted a weight in your life.
Never.
His style is terrible.
What's this guy lifting? Where is Jim Viz? I want to see his lifts. Post him.
Her hair is disheveled.
I don't go for the ball joke.
Your jawline and your beard is only making that reality worse. You have no sense of charm, no personality. I don't know how you've amassed a following on YouTube, but hey, there's a lot of people who just spend their day at home on Pornhub and playing video games. And I guess these are your people. This is your tribe. And
he's got me, dude. I do. I'm a casual Destiny enjoyer. I don't like Pornhub though. All right, I've been into this. There's better sites. You know what I mean? Pornhub is not degenerate enough for me. You know what I'm saying, dude? It's not degenerate enough. Okay. It's just that's the problem with it. No.
And the curious thing, too, is, if I understand rightly, he's the famous YouTuber and she's just some broad. So from a strategic standpoint, I wouldn't want to be sitting off to the side. I'd want that center seat because I'm like the main guest, the guest of honor. That's kind of weird to me. You kind of got sidelined for a broad who's like pretty much nobody, but hey, it gets like that. I feel like a real woman, especially if she's your woman, would have said, hey, boss, yeah, you sit in the middle. You're the guest of honor. You're the big homie.
Okay.
But I have a sense she doesn't look at him as a big homie, and we're going to get to the bottom of that. Going on to the next clip, and shout out again to those two for the work. We got a clip from someone I find personally to be very entertaining, even though they were exposed for being what is called a homo predator. I'm just...
What you find? So first of all, I would never find anybody that's considered a homo predator to be entertaining. That's horrible. Second of all, I'm going to assume that. Well, first of all, the term homo predator is obviously very derogatory. I'm going to assume that when he says that, he just means all gay people are predators. He doesn't mean this person is a predator.
Yeah, I'm ready for my math class. No, I don't.
Like that sounds like the ideology.
Okay, thank you.
Based on what he's been saying, would not doubt that at all. No.
I'm just saying with the guys I interviewed that they called the man homo predator. Talking about yours truly, Jesse Lee Peterson, the guy who finds everything amazing and loves the Now he's interviewing this sloppy fellow again. Goodness. Hey, is this guy wearing tie-dye? Liberals love tie-dye. I can't even lie. I even got some tie-dye myself.
Well, I guess you're fucking. I want one thing really quick. I think this is a sound issue.
Find a person to be very entertaining, even though they were exposed for being what is called a homo predator. I'm just saying what the guys I interviewed said. They called the man homo predator. We talking about yours truly, Jesse Lee Peterson, the guy who finds everything amazing and loves the blacks. Now he's interviewing this sloppy fellow again. Goodness. Hey, is this guy wearing tie-dye? I can't even lie. I got some tie-dye myself.
What am I doing? Okay, holy shit. This is gonna be a combo. Same timing in the comments reflection. Next heads up, we all know he'll not show up. We know that a gamer has plenty of free time. We know his fans have notified him. He's so hungry for that clout.
It kind of, I don't know, to me it sounds like he did like a last minute invitation, almost trying to make us people. What are you doing here? That clout, you classic liberal, classic libtard. Dude.
Don't worry, I'm here. I go anywhere today.
I don't like the term libtard because, like, I don't like the R slur. Because, like, libtard, it's like a really derogatory because I would honestly never insult somebody with an intellectual or just a developmental disability by calling them a liberal. Because that's just its own fucking problem in itself. Am I right, Trumpsters? Am I right, guys? You guys know what I'm saying, dude. You guys know what I'm saying, dude. You know what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, Destiny, how are you?
Hey, pretty good. Were you talking about my school? Is that what was going on here?
We're just warming up. We wanted to get some background on you because there's a funny thing going on the internet.
Okay, what's it?
Your fanatics, they deluded themselves into thinking that you're brighter than you are. You see, because you have a history of debating internet personalities who probably similar to yourself lack experience and sophistication.
Oh my God.
And so now you're about to get exposed. And I said, before we go in,
I will say one thing. I think debates are cringe, by the way. Because most of the times they just evolve into just like yelling, and they have really nothing to do with actual facts. It's just about who can present things better. That's why I'm not a huge debater. I like to chat with people, have conversations, but I'm not a big debater. I've watched Destiny, and he doesn't seem to rely on any rhetoric, at least not and I'd never notice it. I'm sure sometimes people can do whatever, but I haven't seen it. So I respect that. I mean, you know what I mean?
Let's take a little bit of background on who the guy is. And we saw in your own bio, you're making excuses for why you didn't complete a basic degree, a very easy degree, at a third-tier university.
What the fuck?
What does he mean? He's befuddled already. He's befuddled.
Yeah, okay, here. So wait, just real quick, Chief. Okay, what kind of combo do you want to have here?
Throw a lifeline. Let's do two things. Number one, let's go through and start with a little bit of interview so we can get familiar with you.
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
We'll share a couple of questions, get familiar with you. And then we'll do the thing that you did on your stream, which is you played my content at length. So we'll play a couple clips of yours, and then we'll discuss it and react to it. And then if you want to get into any other political items, we can do that. But you'll notice that the title of this stream is twofold. Number one, it states that you're racist. And the funny thing is I almost never use this term. I think it's overused, and most people are lying, and they're using that as an excuse to explain why they personally are losers. But in your case, you exposed yourself, so we'll review that piece. And then there's a second thing you did, which is an abuse of language. And I find it to be very disgusting.
I will say, it's incredible that, listen, it's interesting that Destiny must be a hell of a racist, because I don't think I've ever seen a white content creator interact with more black people in my entire life. And I'm not saying that, I'm not using the, he has black friends argument, but I will say that, fucking racist white people tend to be very afraid to talk to black people, okay? They just don't like to talk to them. Even, like, a lot of these liberals are like, oh, I love black people, but don't show one to me because I'll cry. Like, it's one of those things. So, like, you know what? Even if he's a little bit, accidentally racist, honestly, he's chatting with black dudes, apparently they feel comfortable enough to, like, chat with him. So he must not be, like, but I don't think he's racist. I don't think it at all. I'm just saying. Like, it's just fucking bizarre. Like, it's fucking, it's crazy, dude. How the fuck is everyone... Like, it's just a kind of a hard argument to stick when he regularly has black content creators that are his friends on the... Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, racists usually don't have usually have black friends. I don't have any black friends. It's fucking crazy.
And dangerous. And you use this term homophobia, which actually doesn't really exist in real life. It's something that the left often does. You guys like to create words, and then you like to instrumentalize words and also pseudoscience to achieve your ends. And so we're going to discuss this concept of homophobia. And then, you know, if you want to add on anything on the back end, oh, fantastic. How's that sound?
Sounds good. I'm used to really emotional people lashing out, calling me racist, and I'm used to really emotional people being homophobic when they have nothing else to say. So, yeah, wherever you want to go, we can go wherever you want. I'm curious on the school thing. Wait, so why do you think I quit school?
You wrote that you quit school, and your website, let's confirm, your website is destiny.gg. Is that you?
That's me.
I need to do a lot of research on this
And
guy.
your website, it reads, quote, I went to the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and before we carry on, we're both clear that this is a third-tier university. This is a very low-ranking university, right?
It's a state school in my state. I didn't want to go to private school.
Just so you guys know, state schools are fine. They're less expensive, and you can get a lot of your preliminary bullshit out of the way. There's nothing wrong with a state school at all. Especially if you're like going there for like liberal arts or something, you can really get a lot of like some of the bullshit out of your way, and a lot of colleges will accept it anyway. There's nothing wrong with that. It's bizarrely, I don't want to be a cringe and be like a classist, but this guy's obviously a fucking idiot, disrespecting people trying to go to school and like earn a degree and earn a living. Like apparently this guy's red pill. I don't know how you can be red pill while shitting on like just people who go to a school to try to better themselves, to try to make more money. That, talk about fucking self-improvement, dude. Holy fuck.
School.
Can we just keep it real and say that this is like Shitville University? Can we just like not lie about that, or are we going to pretend?
Well, no. So I would say to people that I highly recommend going to state schools if they serve the purpose that you have. I think it's really stupid to take on a whole bunch of. Well, excuse me, sir. Let me finish my answer. Right. I recommend people do state schools because why would I go to a university?
Can we agree that it's a low-tier university?
Yeah, it's a low-tier university, but I'm going for a music degree. There's no point unless I'm going to Berkeley or Juilliard. It's not going to matter as long as the studio is good. It really doesn't matter what school you go to, right?
Fair enough.
You understand that like a music performance degree from another state school doesn't matter. For music performance, it only matters.
Where you go to school. That's why, like for example, Barack Obama went to Harvard. That helped him a great deal in pursuing the presidency.
Do you think that the school that you graduated
and Trump, he went he's been to Harvard before. He went there one time. They had free lunch. I went there as well. What the fuck? It's a confusing argument. Imagine just being some like fucking dude that's like really trying to better your life and everything, and like you're going to like a community college. You know, you got it. Good for you. You did decent in school. You're working your ass off. You're working a 40-hour week job while you go to school full time, and this motherfucker's just talking shit about the university you go to just because it's not good enough. Like, what a fucking scumbag. Like, what the fuck?
Your pedigree.
Well, I'm just curious. Do you think the school you graduate from with a music performance degree, do you think that's going to mean anything when you go to apply for?
Don't change the subject.
Well, no. I'm asking you. I just want to hear. Are we here to have a conversation? Or are you just trying to do a hit piece, dude?
1 second, my dear boy. I just want to see if you're living on the planet Earth.
Well, no. And I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but you're just trying to do a hit piece. I'm not emotional at all, but I'm not going to sit here and let you like drag me around in the conversation if you don't have a real talk.
It's okay to acknowledge that.
It's going to be a boring talk. Oh, it could actually be entertaining and engaging too. Like we have the ability right now to have an interesting talk. I'm super calm right now, dude. I don't know if you know what it sounds like when somebody's excited, but this ain't it.
Calm down. Just relax real quick. I'm just asking you to find out if you're on planet Earth.
I'm definitely on planet Earth, yeah, for sure.
Say you asked me, you said, Marquette, you went to...
I don't know, bro. I would just be trolling back. Like, really sarcastically. It's like, on planet Earth. I'm like, I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Just start acting like a fucking idiot. I wouldn't even try to intellectually engage. Because I'm pretty sure, because I do this all the time, I'm pretty sure I can convince anybody that, like, I am... Like, I'm already dumb as fuck, but I can convince you that I am, like, the stupidest fucking person in the world, and I can go absolutely bonkers with my conversations before. Like, I even to this day, I'll say things to my wife, and she, like, believes me when I'm joking. My wife actually thinks that I'll, like, dump an entire gallon of water on her head because of how, like, I fucking gaslit my wife into thinking that I'm, like, this fucking insane motherfucker. Did I not hand the fuck question? I could have swore I did. Oh, wait, I did. But I don't know how Destiny's like humoring the fuck out of this. This is crazy.
If I were you, Mark, like you went to University of Nebraska at Omaha. Is that a low-tier university? I would say it absolutely is a low-tier university. It's very clear by the rankings on U.S. News and World Report. It's clearly low-tier, and I went there to save money, or I went there because of this. But I wouldn't start giving long, verbose explanations because that's just an indicator of insecurity. And what's more, you shouldn't try to defend it because you didn't even get a degree. You dropped out. You're a college dropout. So just say that I dropped out. I couldn't hack it. That's what I'm saying. So you don't have to get angry and defensive.
Okay, sure. So the actual answer is that like different universities are good for different purposes. For a music performance degree, as long as the studio is good, you go to the studio. In terms of overall rankings of university, it's probably really low ranked university. I wouldn't UNO. It wouldn't surprise me. But I'm not going to pay out the ass to go to a state school or actually go to like a private school somewhere else. But what's your
longest possible explanation?
So do you have any idea how insecure you have to be to look up the ranking of the school that I went to?
Possible explanation you could ever give to someone.
Okay.
Can you agree that?
All right, go for it. Hit me up with your next question, dude.
Do a test to see if we're on planet Earth together. But you're defensive and you're insecure.
Gotcha.
Damn.
You see, Achilles said finally took him 5 minutes to answer that. Right? I asked you a simple yes or no question, and then you got to get a long story.
I'm not going to let you jerk me around in the conversation, right? Like,
please. No, not the sexual stuff. Come on, man. Like, it's early.
Yikes, bro. Yikes. Dude, you think about other dudes' dicks more than I do. That's really weird. But if that's how you swing, bro, that's cool. I've seen a lot of homophobic people that secretly want to suck a dick, and if that's what you're after.
I hear you. It's possible, but you're trying to avoid using that word.
Okay. As long as you stop making the sexual jokes, I'm cool for it too, all right?
I actually didn't. You're the first person to say anything that was homoerotic, but that's fine. That's fine.
If that eroticized you, my dude, that says way more about you than it does about me. But keep going.
Anyways, on your bio on your website, it reads, I went to the University of Nebraska at Omaha and majored in music performance, but eventually dropped out due to conflict with work at the time. I feel like that's one of those things where I'm like, bro, like, first off, if you didn't get a degree, there's no need to...
Bro, how are you going to shame somebody for dropping out of school for financial reasons? Yeah, I'm working too hard to go to school. Bro, like, do you realize nowadays people are crying because they're having a rough day at Starbucks and we're going to criticize them? Sorry, I thought somebody put up. You're going to criticize somebody for dropping out of school so that he can afford to live? Like, how can you, because I'm assuming he's red pill, which means he must focus on self-improvement. This guy's an idiot. Are you kidding me? He must focus on self-improvement and some capacity. How is this self-improvement? What the fuck? You're just shaming somebody. Holy fuck.
To even list that. That's like me saying, like, I went to the mall, walked in the Gucci store, and left. It's like you didn't buy anything while you were there. That doesn't need to be a part of the narrative. It's almost like irrelevant.
Do you think I didn't take any classes while I was at... Wait, do you think I didn't take any classes at school?
What's that?
Do you think I didn't take any classes while I was there?
You don't go on LinkedIn and list a school with an incomplete degree.
I'm not on. That's not... Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Is my website LinkedIn?
Number one.
Wait, no. Just a question. Is my website LinkedIn? Is my website LinkedIn? Can you answer a single question I'm going to ask you? Or do you really just do this steamroll bullshit on every guest you bring on so you can, like, look good? I know you're hungry for my clout, so I know you want me to stay here, okay? So let me ask you, I'm just asking you a question. Is my website LinkedIn?
Destiny.
It's a super easy yes or no question. Is my website LinkedIn? Is my website LinkedIn?
I just want to establish who you really are before we get going. Let's establish who you really are. You don't have to hide from, like, for example, let's look at it on the other side.
Well, no. How about this?
If you said to me, Marquette, did you go to Berkeley and get a degree? I would say, sir, I did that in 3 years. Yes, I did. If you said, then did you go to Johns Hopkins University and take a master's degree while working full time? I'd say, yes, that's correct. So
that's embarrassing that he got a master's degree and he's just fucking stupid. Holy shit. This is crazy. This is nuts. Hold on, what's this guy's name? Salt and Pepper or something? What was his name? Saint and the Sinner. Damn, dude, he got a master's degree? Listen, bro. I guess affirmative action's working if this guy got a fucking master's degree. He's got like no. That was a joke, by the way. Sorry. Is this guy this? Where's all of his content? Is this where it's supposed to be? Where, like, I know he pulled some content down, but when's the last time he posted? He's not even successful on social media. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Cool, I guess. Let's keep going.
It's like the same thing. I wouldn't have like a long story. I just say, yes, that's correct, or no, that's incorrect. So the question is, why when we're verifying yours, like, you're getting all defensive?
Okay, is my website LinkedIn?
Why are you getting so defensive?
I'm not defensive. You asked me. You're reading my biography. You're reading my website.
Everyone knows the answer.
Listen, Chief. If you go to my Wikipedia page, it says UNO on it. Ask them why they include it. I don't know. Some people like to know what you
did.
What I did was people asked me, what is my educational background? I did some college, and I wrote where I went to college. I didn't say I have a degree.
Very good. Very good. Now, truth be told, did you fail to complete your degree because of school or because you're a screw up? Did you fail to complete your degree because of work or because you're a screw up?
I mean, I probably could have tried harder to do both, I guess.
You guess. So I'm asking you straight, like, was it work or are you a screw up?
Well, I don't think it was possible to finish that degree in 4 or 5 years while working overnight and providing for myself. I don't think it was possible for me to do it.
Okay, so your story, I just want to make sure I understand. Mm-hmm. So your narrative is that you as a young white kid enrolled, did you have any kids or, like, do you have any children you're providing for?
I have one, but not at the time, no.
I said at that time. Are you paying attention, my dear boy?
I'm paying attention. Dog, this is super cringe. If you want me to stay, I just need you to turn the cringe down, like, at least, like, 5...
Why are you stretching the curse word?
Points.
Did you have any children?
Aggressive. I didn't have any children at the time, no.
Okay. So I'm just trying to establish who you are, right?
You're not. You're trying to railroad a narrative of me to, like, poison the well in front of your audience.
Like, I'm not... No. We're going to get into it. We're just establishing...
His audience must have railed him if they... His audience must have fucking decimated this guy if he removed his own content. That's fucking crazy.
Who you are, because the internet is filled with charlatans. You're one of them.
I am, yeah.
And, yeah, you're absolutely one of them, and I want it to be clear, and that's what we're agreeing on. The fact
there's a reason why I've been here for 12 years, and you're going to be gone in 2. But okay, Mr. Charlatan Exposer, go ahead, tell me.
Yeah. So your story is that you didn't have any kids. Mm-hmm. You were a young white kid in university, and you couldn't complete university because you were working a job. That's your story?
That's my story. Good job. Nice. You can read. I guess you learned that at Johns Hopkins, huh? Getting that master's degree.
Got you. I see.
So, like, unironically, this guy is actually being racist. I have no valid favorite mounts, what the fuck? Because he keeps saying white kid. What he's trying to assert is that, like, because white people don't, I'm assuming, because white people, like, don't face, like, systemic racism, they can't struggle. Just because white people don't struggle because they're white doesn't mean that white people can't struggle because they're poor or some other fucking bullshit. So, like, it's just, like, it's just ironic that he's calling Destiny the racist while, like, actually actively being racist.
I just want to, okay, so now we have that. Uh-huh. You went to university and basically dropped out, and you have this long story about, I had to have a job.
It's not really a long story. It's like one...
I went to school, too, and I dropped out. Let's see, I went to school a couple times. I went to college, I think the first time I went to college, I dropped out for financial reasons. Yeah, because I had to, like, support, like, a person with me. They couldn't work. And then the second time is because I blew up on social media and I didn't need to go back to school. I was going for computer science. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Well, we're doing good.
Sentence long. Maybe that's long for you. I don't know. Maybe not a great reader, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you need to go for the PhD instead, but it's not that long. It seemed like you read it pretty quickly.
And then in terms, I'm just going through your website real quick because I want to have some background.
Cool. You can go through my Wikipedia as well. I have one of those, if that makes you more impressed, I looked for yours and I couldn't find one, so, But
I can see that you're very proud of Internet Cloud. We're going to clarify all of that.
Well, I'm not just proud of Internet Cloud. I have a big bank account, too. I mean, what do you want to compare? I mean, you can do whatever you want.
We can compare bank accounts. You see, you haven't done your research clearly. You see, you're one of those goofballs that you think the internet is everything. I'll give you a quick example real quick of how I look at you.
Gotcha.
This is how I look at you.
Okay.
So I have a buddy of mine, it's Michael Bloomberg, right? I have more
I'm sure you do, man. I just got off the phone with my friend Soros, and he told me all about you, so don't worry, I know what's up here.
So I have more YouTube subscribers than Michael Bloomberg, right? But Michael Bloomberg is way more important than me in real life. And in real life, it turns out that, like, that's the real measure.
Yeah, but Michael Bloomberg's not begging for my clout on his, like, failed YouTube channel, so I think that's the difference between you and Bloomberg there, but go ahead.
Hold on 1 second, Michael.
Also, Michael Bloomberg also has a Wikipedia article, so technically I've got more in common with him than you do, but,
Why are you so angry?
I'm not angry at all, dude. Why do you think I'm angry? Do you think if you just keep saying you're angry, you think you can empath that into my brain?
About people like you, it's the dishonesty that gets
I'm so dishonest. That's why my whole life story is on my website, my dude. Tell me how dishonest I am. I got all the seconds in the world, my dude.
You take all the time to go through.
I can tell Dusty's a little flustered. I'm surprised because, like, I don't know why he's a little flustered. He's a little pissed. This would be fucking so funny to me if people started rolling me like this. Oh my god, this is fucking incredible. He's still handling it great. I'm just saying, it's fun. It's just so fucking funny.
My clips. Before you play my clip on your channel, I'd never heard of you.
Bruv, I still haven't heard of you. I still have no idea who the f you are. The only reason I played anything of your channel is because a woman messaged me, I had a conversation with her, and then I watched her on your show.
You have to overtalk.
Oh, okay, go for it. If I have a chance to respond, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely you will. Absolutely. It's just that you just lied and you've claimed that someone's using you for clout when, last I checked, you made a live stream and you brought my clip on there. And then you did a second live stream and you watched my clip at length. So you brought me into the situation. I didn't bring you into the situation, so don't lie about that.
Is this guy richer than Destiny? So it's not relevant how much money this guy has, but he's constantly going with the argument that Destiny's like a poor loser, which is with the whole like, oh, you went to like a third tier school, blah 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 blah. So now Destiny's just like, okay, if you're gonna bring the sphere of like, if you're gonna bring money into this, if you're gonna bring like education or money or whatever into this, I'm like, let's get back. Like, I have more money than you, I'm richer than you. So go.
Now the floor is yours to respond directly to you claiming.
Also, it's a little funny because this guy's like, he's been on Jesse Peterson. Destiny's been on Jesse Peterson, a guy that this guy admittedly likes. So obviously he has a clout if he was able to get on a show that you like and that you've never been invited to or never will be. You know what I mean? So
I'm using you for clout when you brought me onto your stream twice by video and at length the second time. Feel free to respond to that.
Gotcha. So,
well, shit like that happens all the time. Even on my stream, like I'll watch something that's fucking stupid that doesn't matter. Somebody will ask me to watch something, and I'll take a look at it on stream or something. And yeah, it's just normal shit. And then sometimes it's like, okay, there's really nothing here. It's just normal behavior. Especially when you're a streamer that like streams so much that you're like Jesse streams like everything. He streams like every aspect of his shit. So it's natural that he's going to end up like, you know. It's almost like to an extent like your life's online in some capacity, because you're just on there, you're streaming so much that like, you know, you stream eating, you stream sleeping, you stream like checking this out. Well, not just sleeping. I know I'm going a little far with that, but you understand the point I'm making. Yes, you understand. You understand.
I still don't know who you are. By the time this conversation is over, I'm not going to know who you are because you are nobody. The only reason why your clip was on my stream is because a lovely young lady came and talked to me about some racial-related issues, and then somebody pointed out that she was also on your show, so I watched that show for her appearance on there. I don't know who you are. I know who she is. I watched a couple segments from that, and that's the extent to how I'm familiar with your content.
Did you actually address the question? I see you're having trouble focusing.
So the thing that you said was, I actually wrote them down because I know people like you have trouble focusing. So you said you brought my clip, and then I watched the live stream at length, and I didn't bring you into the situation. I responded to all three of those points directly by saying that the only clips that I watched had the lady on my stream that was on your show, and that's the only reason I watched those clips. Is there some part of that that you didn't understand?
So the point was this. I'll help you out. The point was this.
I don't need any help. I just need you to understand. Like, actually, like, verbalize your thoughts. Yeah,
you completed your response.
Okay.
The point was this, that you made an accusation that I was pursuing you for clout. When the opposite is true, you brought me onto your stream 2 times, and the second time you played my clip at length, which is to say, when you bring up me in conversation, then you've now engaged interaction. So you're being dishonest to suggest that for some reason I came out of nowhere to try to utilize you for clout. Because truth be told, I clearly don't respect you, and there's no reason to respect you. We're going to go through all.
Well, not respecting. It's very clear he doesn't respect him. I'll say that. Not respecting somebody doesn't mean that you don't like necessarily use them for clout. You know what I mean? And these aren't like, there's no reasonable criticism that this guy even has. Like, if he had a reasonable criticism, that'd be fine. But he doesn't even have a reasonable criticism. He's just shitting and farting, dude. It's crazy.
The points as to why you deserve no respect. Okay?
Okay, so the first time I watched it was because my friend was on your stream. The second time was because you were making a response. Oh, excuse me, sir. Can I finish my response? The second time was because you were watching me, so I decided to watch and respond. And the third thing is that when you are so ass mad that after me responding to like 5 minutes of your content, you gotta go live with a title like Expo.
He's gonna say something about the gay or something, isn't he?
Oh, Destiny, the racist gamer and the live homophobia. It's pretty clear that you're clout sharking, but I enjoy it, so here we are.
Ah, I see. So why would I be chasing clout? Tell me more about that one.
You're looking for those YouTube subs.
YouTube subs. How does that make me money?
How does it make you money?
Well, that I don't even know what to say to that. How does that make you money? Well, usually, and like, you know, you don't have to have subs to make money. You gotta get views to make money. But usually, with more subs means more viewership, which means more ad revenue. What kind of a question is that?
I don't know. It's not usually about the money. Usually, people want influence, and more subs is more viewers, is more influence. There's a reason why you're probably not happy with the 10K viewers per video you get. That's my guess.
I see.
Hey, Destiny, relax a little bit, dude. Okay, now you're hurting my feelings. All right, I don't even get 10K anymore because I started this other channel and I've been building that up. Okay, so now you're just upsetting me. Nah, I know he's just fucking with this guy because this guy's made a fucking dickhead. Listen, bro, 10K can be a lot, especially if you're posting like fucking tons of shit a day. You'd be surprised how much you get while posting like multiple videos a day.
So right now you're making a lot of assumptions, and they happen to all be wrong and have no foundation and evidence. You're
well, they have a lot of
supposition. So we'll just skip that because it's irrelevant because it doesn't.
Because it's true. That's irrelevant.
Bro, I gotta start using that. Now we're not gonna talk about this because it's irrelevant. What you're saying is irrelevant to me. That's fucking mongers. Hey, listen, 10K is something to be proud of. But not if you're gonna be like fucking shitting and coming about like calling other people out like an idiot and like just being dishonest about everything. You know?
This scrub dude didn't even go to Creighton. Artisan roast this
Peace to the Saints.
Yeah.
So Lin's a Peace to the Saints. The big homie's gonna give him the business. Hope people will learn from this. Now he has to give the clown the sledgehammer. Period. Yeah.
And another thing I noticed about your personal life, and I think it's important to know who the speaker is, and I'm sharing this with you
Thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate that.
right now so that you can correct it if it's incorrect, because of course you know yourself. So in your personal life, my understanding is that you got married, and then you got divorced, and you had a child with the first woman you got divorced from, and then you got with another woman. Like, would you break that all down for us real quick?
No, I don't really think I need to break.
But just okay. That's just weird. That's getting a little weird when you get like family into. Well, the dude got married, he got divorced. It's nobody's fucking business. Like that's so weird. I hate how online people are when it comes to that kind of shit. Like that's none of your fucking business unless he fucking abused somebody, which he didn't. Then there's no question about family that ever needs to be brought up. Like there's no fucking issue whatsoever. People are so fucking weird when it comes to relationships online. It's embarrassing.
Down my personal life. I don't know how it's relevant to this conversation. I'm good on that.
I'll tell you why it is relevant.
Okay, tell me. Go ahead.
Because when you're talking about, well, number one, when you're out in front as a leader, you should have merit and you should have traits that are admirable. That's number one.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, listen, what I like about that snake is what I admire is he's an intelligent guy who engages with the content critically. I don't value Destiny because of his relationships. Like that's not like I don't. He's not a relationship guy. He's like a debate guy. He's a guy who. Sorry, this fucking fight's a little tough. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's an admirable quality. You don't have to love everything about everybody. You don't have to be fucking flawless. You know what I mean? Like Destiny's bisexual. I hate that about him. I hate gay people. I'm just kidding. No, but like people don't have to be flawless. Like who cares? The fuck? Like I don't understand.
Especially when you're getting into politics, you're getting on the side of lobbying. Yes, for sure, it's important to know who you are, and that's why every time someone steps out front, they're stepping under a microscope. Now, in your case, you're an individual who's divorced. You're an individual who has a child that's being raised essentially not by you, and you're now in an open, what you call a marriage, but it's certainly not a marriage. That's an abuse of the term. And this is why we should give out civil unions to more people, especially those who have alternative practices. But you are in a situation where you had a series of very unfortunate relationships. And
since they started implementing tax benefits, that was lost.
It's important to know about you.
Yeah, I think Destiny's bi, but he doesn't like guys that much. I think he's referred to himself as like 99% straight or something along those lines. I just like to fuck around. It's like a joke. I just like to be casually biphobic. That's it. You know, I have no disrespect for bisexual people. I talk about my butthole sometimes and stuff too, you know, so I find some guys hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I call myself bisexual, maybe hetero-flexible. They're all having fun, we're all making some jokes. You know what I mean? I just like a feminine penis. Doesn't matter if it's a girl's or a guy's penis, as long as it's on a feminine body, okay? That's all that matters, dude. All that matters.
So if I am a leader, I will showcase the traits that I think are admirable. I think I've accomplished quite a bit in my life, given the background that I come from. I do not need to throw up every part of my personal life for random clout sharks like you want to show. If you want to know more about my personal life, you're welcome to visit my YouTube channel, my Wikipedia, or you can come to my stream and ask questions in my chat like every other subscriber does. And in terms of a series of unfortunate relationships, I'm pretty happy with how my life has turned out. Pretty happy where I'm at right now. I'm pretty happy with my current relationships right now. So, but also, again, to be clear, I don't feel the need to allow a stranger like you to go through my life with a fine-tooth comb. That's really fucking weird.
Well, there's no need to curse. I don't know if you're getting angry about this, but you know, your child, for example, will be in a better situation if they're being raised by their two biological parents. All the data indicates such. And these are the things that...
For sure, but well, it's none of our business, but I'm also pretty sure Destiny's pretty active in his child's life. Again, none of our fucking business. I'm comfortable even making that statement from me. Yeah, not for nothing. So here's the thing. Listen, because this is one of the things with the manosphere that, like, I can understand. Is this, okay? This guy must have had a very easy life. You stupid fucks, jump down. I'm going to explain to you why. Because if another man ever talked about another man, them being like a good mother or good father, or ever questioned their family, you're going to get the fuck beaten out of you. This isn't, I'm a tough guy, Papa God. This is a normal human interaction between men. If you want to be a man, we're talking about like the manosphere man. We're talking about philosophical men. You don't say that kind of shit without getting the fuck smacked out of you. Like, you don't say that. You don't talk about somebody's family. You don't talk about somebody's child. You don't talk about somebody's wife. This is, like, strictly off-limit shit. There's so many fucking terminally online people who've never gotten the fuck beaten out of them before for being disrespectful. I don't understand it. And they're disrespectful now, so it's not like they were never disrespectful in the first place. They just never got hit. And I know, if you never got fucking hit, your life was too easy. Because that's fucking like bonkers, dude. If somebody ever said that like in real life to me, or anybody in my family, or any one of my friends, you get hit so hard, so quick, and you would take it. That's the reality too, because you should know you fucked up. Because sometimes you fuck up, you don't even realize it, you take it. That's part of being a man, bro. When you fuck up, you take it. You take that hit. That's the reality, bro. I'm flabbergasted. Let's say you know that somebody's not a real man when you start going into this fucking territory. Super fucking cringe, bro. It's super fucking cringe. Like, you can't talk about being a man without, like, number one, respect. And you don't talk about another man's family. You shouldn't be talking about anybody's family, but, you know, it's in fucking dangerous territory. Dangerous fucking territory.
That we're pointing out, it's indication of mistakes in your life. It's not that people don't make mistakes. It's just that if you're going to step out and be hypercritical of other people, then you probably want to kind of be a little bit more together. And
do you think that
was Destiny Chris has
a perfect life to be critical of other people?
I did not say that. I actually just said the opposite. I said that people make mistakes, but I said you should be a little more together if you were paying attention.
Okay, so I'm just curious. Are you ever going to answer a question I ask, or is it always the games with you?
What is your question?
So my question was, do you have to be a perfect person to be critical of other people?
I just stated, and I'll repeat it, and then I'll re-answer it again. So I'll answer it 3 times total. You said, do you have to be a
Oh, uh-oh. Disconnect.
Wait, it's all the fucking plug? Holy shit.
Action this time.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, this is going to be like an Alex Stein tier conversation with this dude. I was hoping he would at least be able to do like a back and forth, but it's just like he's like a younger version of Jesse Lee Peterson, except he probably doesn't have like a stroke or two in his medical history to justify how absolutely brain dead he is. Or incapable of engaging. Oh, how disappointing. But I guess there's a reason why, right? There's like a prerequisite like threshold for IQ that you can have in order to even be engaged in these communities, right? Like typically at like 105, most of them are going to bleed out by the time they're 22. Like there's no way that you stay in like a mind rock community this long. Although this guy's story is exceptional because if you watch the past videos, at one point in his life he was like a pretty smart dude. That's like the thing that blows my mind the most. Like, when you watch where he comes from, because I was expecting to dig into this dude's background, he's like a total fucking moron, but he's not. He's actually like pretty smart. Like I watched him talk to other people where he seems smart. He was in business, seems smart. I don't know if it's like a grift that he does on on his show just to like earn money from like random suckers on YouTube or what, but I hope that at least his audience can recognize it. Like, if somebody wants to have a talk with me, you can go on my YouTube channel. Like, I'll engage back and forth with anybody, and it's not going to be like a 15-minute conversation. Like, well, didn't you go to school and drop out? Well, didn't you get divorced? Blah blah blah. Oh shit. Oh hey, you're back. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Brother, how you doing?
We certainly are not brothers. But
man,
please forgive me, my internet.
Let's bring us back on, dude.
Yeah, I was just curious. Do you think you need to be perfect to criticize other people?
Well, firstly, I don't think criticizing other people, I think you're probably more rightly thinking individuals. In the case of your racism, you were criticizing a people, and we'll get to that later. But to be critical of individuals, I think that's really useful.
I feel like I would start off with that. If I was like, this guy's racist, I'd probably start our conversation off by being like, yo, bro, you know you're racist. Like, that would be where I would go.
But to be critical of people's ideas and their life ways, I think it's certainly appropriate that you be someone who is an example. And this is why we don't like to see hypocrisy in religious leaders, because we expect them at some level to walk a straight path. So the answer is that you are not ever going to be perfect, but you should be a better example. And in your case, having an ex-wife, being a divorcee, having a child that you're not raising in your home with that biological mother, and being in an open relationship, I think it's an abomination, not to mention your sexual practices.
Okay, so can you give me an example of one piece of advice I've given that you think is inappropriate for me to speak on? Just one piece of thing, something where I've said in your life.
I appreciate your question. Real quick, I'm going to read this one by Jabrazi, and all of the folks, your fans included, feel free to send in any questions, because I do want them to be able to ask us questions and engage.
Oh, this guy is all over like fucking avoidance. Holy shit, dude.
This guy would make an excellent tank in World of Warcraft, because his mitigation is at 100.
4.5%. I don't remember the number. Sorry, nerd.
Oh, he super chatted to me. They don't have to ship you money, but I'm glad that you're really excited to guess that.
Breezy, he writes, I got way more views than Destiny, and I can tell you. You don't need to be a stand-up guy to get viewers, clearly. But play to the popular narrative or make content that confirms people's biases. And the funny thing about you is, like, you're irrelevant in the real world. You're Breezy being a video game player and having internet clout.
Well, that's true. Like, that's true, but who cares? Everybody's irrelevant in the real world. What's so funny is my wife and I were talking about Nikita Dragon. You know, she got, like, arrested and, like, held in, like, the male area. I think she got accommodations for being trans, though, so that she wouldn't have to be with other men. That's irrelevant. People are like, I can't believe it. This will happen to Nikita Dragon. Like, imagine it'll happen to me too. And like, I always say that because nobody knows who the fuck Nikita Dragon is in the real world. Like, internet celebrities are nobody. If you have 10 million subs, nobody knows who the fuck you are in the real world. You don't mean dick about shit, dude. That's everybody. That's in general. But like, who cares about fame? Like really, like fucking, I don't know, money's worth out for me, brother. I don't know what to tell you. It's just like crazy. I don't know who the fuck Jabrizi is. Is that actually a content creator?
What makes you think that you're cool? And the even more curious thing about you that I really find entertaining and quite petty is that
you're not going to answer my question. He's actually not going to answer my question. He just skipped it completely.
You're looking at me and seeing that you're inferior. You go to the one thing that you think you have.
I'll ask it again, I guess.
I think he was Googling directed by Jabrizi when that super chat was read. So on that one account, Jabrizi has 2.45 million subscribers, and he has other YouTube accounts as well.
Right. Okay. I did want to play.
Just so you know, I'm going to ask you the same question again, like when you're done. I'm not going to engage with anything until you actually answer my question.
Well, we're here interviewing you. At the beginning, you said, what would you like to do? And I said, we're going to start with an interview with you.
Okay, wait, so then let me understand. I'll just ask that. So am I not allowed to ask any question or respond? Just tell me and I can make that.
You're already being dishonest because you already asked me a question and I answered it 3 times.
Okay, so then can I ask, so then when you're making assertions about my character, can I ask you a question?
Relax.
I'm not going to be your dog, my dude.
You're having trouble on the hot seat right now. You're trying your best to change the narrative, and you're also lying.
Well, I hope that your fans can see that you are unwilling or unable to engage with a single question that I ask. And I guess the strategy is just the false bravado of an insecure little man that just screams at an opponent and tries to character assassinate until they, I guess, get them to leave the interview.
One thing about you that was a lie. We're talking.
Do you think the character assassination is only a lie? Is that the truth? Do you think that's true right there?
Why does the truth bother you?
I never said the truth bothered me.
You really are bothered.
I never said the truth bothered me at all.
Well, then why are you so amped up? If someone was asking me, Mark Platt.
My only question to you was: Is there a singular piece of advice that I've given that my life experience precludes me from speaking on? I just want to know. I'm just curious.
Why are you so bothered for people to know what you're about?
How can you say that I'm bothered for people to know about when you're reading this information off of my website that I chose to put on there? You say your world is kind of falling apart? If you want to know anything about me, it's on my Wikipedia, it's on my website, it's on my YouTube videos, my dude. The only reason you know anything about me is because I've chosen to put it out there. So I'll repeat again for the 6th time. I don't know how many times you're going to do it for the Johns Hopkins kid, but why is it, what is a piece of advice that I've given you think I can't give because of my life experience? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, okay, here I got an answer.
Okay, oh, cool, thank you. It only took 6 times. Okay, go for it.
Here we go. You said, what's a piece of advice that you shouldn't be giving, right? Based on your experience, and experience is like kind of like what you do, right?
Yeah.
So here's one. I want to make sure.
Oh, you're just gonna play a YouTube clip? Damn, you really can't engage at all.
No, it's for you. It's a view. So just check this out.
How disappointing. Yeah.
And this one points out a couple interesting things. I just like to use primary sources here.
His values, consistency of values, has outright been called out as a hypocrite by himself. He just did it.
Never trust Destiny again. He gets hypocrite on Twitch.
On his own, all because of NFTs. Now, this was what every one of them.
Did Cabos really title that video "Never Trust Destiny Again"? Well, I think I'm gonna watch that. Wait, wasn't that Destiny was like? I don't remember the specifics. We're gonna see it in a sec, I guess. He's gonna engage with it. I'm pretty sure Destiny was at a point where he just was like, he literally said to people, I'm gonna grift for NFTs and I don't give a fuck, and then he went into an ad. Like, he was like, yep, I don't give a fuck, I'm getting the bag, I'm gonna plug an NFT, and I think NFTs are bullshit. And then he fucking plugged it. It's a hypocrisy, but to never trust a guy again that's like, I'm gonna grift the fuck out of you. Hey, I'm gonna grift you. Hey guys, I'm gonna sell you a product I don't give a fuck about. Buy it. And then people buy it. You got warned. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I don't know, but okay.
Wait, so this is some advice you're about to give right now.
Every single person on the internet, okay, that is pushing NFTs is just trying to make a sucker. That's it. That's all it is. Every one of them. Basically, I consider all of them.
Bro, how can this guy not get his audio fucking straight? Holy fuck. Jesus Christ, the echo is making me shit.
I wish there was like a big background. Because we all grow up thinking one of certain people, and then we all grow up and we do that behavior.
Okay, so now let me finish this point off. So number one, you were just on camera stating that people should not get NFTs because it's a big scam. So Destiny just said NFTs are a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. We're trying to find a bigger sucker. It's a scam. NFTs are a scam. So that's what he said. Now look at the same guy, Destiny. Here we go. Let's hear what he says now, when he can make a buck off of it.
You're right. When I grew up, people made fun of motherfuckers that sold Avon, Mary Kay, Amway, but like, bro, onto his audience, because why not? I think the idea behind this is you can basically buy and sell, or you can buy and sell like Twitch clips, then you get an NFT, then you can buy the streamer who the clips of, oh my god, you know that, and 10% of the revenue goes to the streamer. Okay?
10% of the revenue goes to the streamer.
There are other legendary Twitch clips out there. Okay? Legendary Twitch clips out there.
And he just self-proclaimed that he has legendary Twitch clips. So now let me summarize my answer to your question. Your question was based on your experience.
I unironically have a headache from that like horrible fucking audio. Holy shit.
What should you not be able to give advice about? Based on your experience, we just observed you state out of your mouth that NFTs are a scam. Then we looked at a separate video clip where you realized that you could make money off of NFTs. So what did you do? You started scamming. And who'd you start scamming? Your own fan base. So clip one, you're saying NFTs are a scam. Clip two, you're selling NFTs. Based on your experience, being a person who says don't do it, but then you do it because you can make money, you're someone who has no integrity. Hence, you should not be a leader and not be giving advice because you're clearly...
I mean, listen, that is an instance of him being wrong in some capacity. I feel like you got to get a couple more. I thought we were going to talk about life stuff, but okay. Let's see what he says.
Scammer. Is that an answer to your question?
No, it really doesn't have anything to do with my life experience. But so let's talk about NFTs. Well, it doesn't. You said you were gonna use my life experience. Excuse me, I believe I'm allowed to answer. You said you were gonna use my life experience to invalidate advice that I was giving. That's not a life experience thing, but that's fine. Let's take it with this. Let's deal with this. So let me ask you a question. Do you know what an NFT is? No. Hold on. You just went on a whole spiel. You're not gonna engage. He's actually not gonna critically engage at all. He's just gonna play a chip clip. And then he's going to say in order to have a conversation with you, I need to make sure that you're intellectually equipped for it. So the first question is, I need to know, do you know what an NFT is? Do you know what an NFT is?
You peddling NFTs. Okay, so what's the difference between you encouraging your fans to send you money through the purchase of NFTs versus just how everybody else goes about NFTs? Well, you're doing the ethical NFT.
If you want to sell an NFT to somebody and you advertise it as such, this is an NFT. If you want, in my case, it was a clippable stream moment with some varying levels of rarity, then you have the right to do that. Go for it. But if you're trying to sell somebody an NFT and say, like, bro, buy this NFT in like 2 months, you're gonna get rich. Okay, I'm selling this now for 10K. You can.
So it's just the promise. Oh, that's fair. That makes sense. It's the promise of it's like the bullshit promise that like it's a really good investment. Okay, that's fair. Okay.
So the lack of prosperity gospel attached to it.
You understand this? So I'll go back to the Beanie Baby example. Do you think there's a difference between selling somebody a Beanie Baby, saying, "Hey, here you go, have fun with the collector," whatever, versus selling somebody a Beanie Baby, saying, "Hey, keep this. In like 5 years, it'll be worth 3x value."
Proof this Diana Beanie Baby dude's gonna blow up. In fact, I think it did, but like,
I'm gonna ask you the same question when you finish.
No, I know Dustin edited this a bit for himself. I know he does that every once in a while for like context. Yeah.
Go ahead.
I just think it's interesting. I don't know, man.
You're gonna repeat the same question, so think about it. I know you're rambling around other things, so go for it.
When you said before that it was a big scam and you're just looking for suckers to buy NFTs, like, you think that now you're justified in doing that because you're not telling them they can make money off of it?
First of all, I'm not directly selling them the NFTs. Secondly, I'm not flipping it onto them.
Third party that you're sponsored by?
It's not like I hold the NFTs and I'm trying to unload it onto a bigger sucker. I'm pretty sure the first party origination is the eternal site. The problem is, I don't even think you know what NFTs are. So I'm going to ask you the question again. What is the difference between an NFT and a Beanie Baby? Or do you think there's a difference between selling somebody a Beanie Baby saying, "Hey, here you go, collect it, maybe sell in the future," versus selling somebody a Beanie Baby saying, "Hey," and like 5...
What is that? Is that take it easy? I guess not. Who the fuck is this guy? I don't know.
Years, this will be 3x its value. Do you think there's a difference between that?
Well, I think one is when you tell someone that there's an ability for them to invest in something and then they do or do not make money on it, that could be a bad thing.
True, I agree. 1,000,000%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people that sell NFTs do exactly that. They say, "Bro, buy this shit, it's gonna go."
Okay, so do you find the sale of NFTs at all ethical?
Yeah, sure. An NFT is a thing. You can buy and sell what you want. Well, why do you think buying or selling an NFT? Hold on. I need to hear you. Why do you think buying or selling an NFT is unethical?
Why do I think buying or selling an NFT is unethical?
Yeah.
Because it's not a real thing. It's like a scam product that...
How is it not a real thing? Can you explain on that? What do you mean it's not a real thing?
Bro, people want weird shit. Listen, it's a normal human thing. I can put this in like normal people. Okay, I just got the God of War Collector's Edition, and it didn't come with a physical disc. That physical disc means nothing. They're not selling anything to me. I have the entire game downloaded on my thing. I just want to have a thing. A lot of people's behavior can be boiled down to, I just want to have a thing. I have 100 Squishmallows in my house, and you might be like, well, that's a physical thing. Is it? I have no attachment to these things. They're just in my house. It's a collector's item. Fundamentally, collector's items are fucking stupid, and only idiots buy them. I have a lot of collector's items. I'm a fucking idiot, right? Who cares? As long as people aren't being, like, scammed when they're getting it. Like, I agree with the whole, like, yeah, as long as you're not telling them, like, you'll definitely get a better investment out of this, you'll be a fucking millionaire in 5 months, you know what I mean? Like, selling bullshit story. Just be honest about it. Like, yeah, you want to buy this, you want to have this thing, go for it. But don't sell them the fucking pipe dream. That's the biggest problem. Bro, I die here.
So you know that a CSGO skin is not a real thing. What do you mean by that?
Right, a CSGO thing, I think you agree, is like a gamble loot box, though, that you disagree with.
take on sponsorship for, right? Do you think there's a difference between CS:GO? Do you think there's a difference between CS:GO skin gambling versus like a CS:GO skin?
I mean, I don't know how the specifics of the skin gamble. I mean, like, I guess I would compare it to like Overwatch Loot Crates, which I thought were fine. Although that was prized for being like the least predatory pay thing. I thought that those were fine. I don't know how CS:GO works. I'm not going to talk about it, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's the result of the other. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
no, wait, well, hold on. By the way, remember in my chat, I told you guys, if anybody tried to bring this up, nobody even knows what the NFT is. This is why this is not the same time.
You're talking
Fuck all of you, okay? All of you dipshits in my fucking Reddit, okay? I know you're watching. And you're like, Destiny, people are going to bring up the NFT thing in the future, and it's going to be the easiest to Google. No, it's not, you morons. Nobody knows what the NFT is. You really think somebody's going to be able to dunk on me on some shit?
What is an NFT? Like, honestly, is an NFT just like a picture online that you own in some like significant way? Like, how much about NFTs you need to understand? Like, you own the rights to the picture, but anybody can. It's like it sounds like a fucking waste of time in general, right? It's basically just a picture stock. Does that sound right? Like, I don't know. What the fuck is an NFT?
Shit, we don't even know what it is. Like, that is like the easiest landmine, like pitfalls in the entire world. You're gonna try arguing about technology, you don't know what it is. Are you serious? You're gonna try to quote mine me, and you don't have any understanding of any of the topics. It's like that's like the easiest debation in the world. Like, holy.
Let me answer that. You asked me a question.
Yeah,
I'm going to answer
that. Okay, let me hear it.
First off, you clearly have no sense of my background. I could tell when you started mentioning bank account, number one.
Yep.
Then number two, what's my background?
He's not answering. Did you hear an answer to that? Did anybody say anything?
No, don't talk. I'm talking right now. You asked me a question.
Okay, I know you do the ramble thing before you get the answer. Okay, go for it.
Now, I also hosted a conference. During my conferences, I teach people about entrepreneurship.
Big mistake, but okay. How to grow 100,000 sub YouTube channels?
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Or how to start failing startups like Fletch. How did that go? Yeah.
You interrupt me. He's mad. You asked me a question, but you interrupt me. You're so angry. Calm down.
It's all right, man.
Calm down.
He's actually really riling this guy up now. Destiny's really getting to this guy. Now he's just doing the same thing he did to him, and now this guy's getting really frustrated. I know part of the game is to try to make it seem like Destiny's like super angry and blah, 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 blah. But this guy's actually getting frustrated by it. I think he did. I think Destiny was right. I think he wanted this guy. I think he wanted Destiny to like leave by now, but this is a waste of time, which is what a normal person would have done. But he's continuously engaging and it's throwing this guy off pretty hard.
Right, trying to cut me off so the truth doesn't get out. You just asked me, do I know about NFTs? Now close your lips so I can answer your question. Because you feel stupid right now because you're going to realize you're talking to a technologist.
Okay, then let's see if you can answer the question. I'm excited. Go ahead.
Be silent so I can answer.
Bro, all jokes aside though, it would be really cool if World of Warcraft added a technologist class to the game. That would be fucking cool. You know, maybe something that has like a turret, pet, like Torbjorn Technologist would be a really cool name for a new class. Hey, Blizzard, you're making fucking dragon people. Who the fuck asked for that, dude? Give me a technologist. That's what I'm looking for. That's fucking goated, dude. What the fuck?
Answer your question. And when it's your turn to talk, I will be silent out of respect.
Go for it.
Now, you clearly have no background. I'm helping you out with an answer. You asked, do I know what NFTs are? Not only do I know what NFTs are, is he playing music right now?
Oh, I'm just waiting for you. I was waiting for you to answer. You're gonna say the answer?
He's truly
I'll chill away. Go ahead.
You are?
Oh my god. This is actually funny.
This is like storming off. This is what happens on Maury when they say, you're not the father, and the chick just storm off.
God, dude.
Wow. He's mad angry. You asked me a question, you don't want a good answer.
Were you guys talking about NFTs?
This guy's angry. Now listen. I had a conference here, and during the conference, we showed people exactly how to create NFTs from scratch. So I had to...
Bro, I can't. This is actually fucking killing me. This motherfucker's legitimately playing piano well in the middle of a conversation. This is like next level troll, dude. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Wow. Incredible.
Like, buddy, you don't have to be disrespectful just because you're angry about the fact that you were busted in a lie. Would you mind stopping playing music?
Were you going to talk about NFTs?
Would you stop playing music and just listen to the answer? Because right now you're angry, and now you're trying to distract. This is very petty. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. Does any of his followers want to get on and tell me how this is the rational debater?
Do you have somebody Googling the answer? Is that what you're waiting for? So this is okay. So for the people that don't know, right now what's happening is a stall tactic. He probably has a friend who's trying to Google what is an NFT so that he can give some kind of answer that's not somewhat clear. But he doesn't know. He has no idea what an NFT
You're pathetic. This is what you are. You're pathetic. Long story short, I hosted a conference. I showed people how to create NFTs from scratch, from the command line, little buddy.
From the command line? Wait, can you tell me how? I want to know how to create an NFT from the command line. Which command line?
NFTs from scratch. We also explain the business model behind NFTs, and then we also explain the scams going on with NFTs, which are what is perpetrated by you. The kind of people.
The funniest part is, like, in this conversation, I don't think that you really need to know what an NFT is at all. It's in order to, like, have the conversation with Destiny and disagree with him. Like, it's not about what is or isn't an NFT. All you really have to do is assert, like, well, you were being dishonest when it comes to your, like, you said NFTs are bad, and then you were promoting NFTs. That's all you have to work from. Again, it seems like it's more about the promising of, like, you know, bullshit. But you don't even have to know. It's like, no, I know of NFTs well enough. I know that it's basically, I feel like I have a decent representation of it, like a pretty dumbed down one. It's like basically like a fucking picture stock on the internet. You know what I mean? You don't have to know the specifics of it, but instead he's just like, I gotta know what an NFT is. You don't have to know everything. That's a huge ego problem when you have to feel like you need to know everything in every conversation that you ever have, or else you're wrong in some capacity. You don't have to know everything. You can just, like, you can sit down, you can think, you can not talk sometimes. It's actually, you can do those things, you know?
Who say don't do it and then turn around and start selling them. You're the Kim Kardashian of that situation. You don't have the foggiest idea of what an NFT is or the underlying technology, yet you try to make a buck off of your following. And you are pathetic.
That was a whole bunch of words. Okay, I'm curious. Does your audience realize that you don't know what an NFT is?
Do you realize that you literally said NFTs are a scam and then turned around and started selling NFTs? Can you explain how that makes sense?
I can't talk to you unless I know that you know what you're talking about. I don't know if you know what an NFT is.
Please stop it. You sound foolish.
I'm the one that sounds foolish?
You're talking to a technologist saying that I don't know what
I'm talking to a scammer that pretends that he's an entrepreneur educator when the only money that you've made in your life is scamming other people that want to be startups.
Why we saw a clip of you saying NFTs are a scam, and then we saw a clip of you selling NFTs.
So I'm just letting you know, this conversation right now, it's not moving forward until either one, you hang up, or two, you tell me what an NFT is. I want you to tell me what an NFT is. I want you to tell me what an NFT is.
Aww.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Waiting for you, Chief.
Wow. Let's play back that clip of him saying NFTs are a scam, and then he starts selling NFTs.
Oh, yeah?
Let's play it back.
Aww. We're going to play clips of me. This is like a greatest hits of a Destiny stream shit, okay?
This was what he first initially said. I take NFTs.
I like how every time they play it back, they're basically playing it back twice because they somehow don't understand how to level their fucking audio and shit.
About 5 days ago. Every single person on the internet.
At this point, it's just like a fucking troll versus troll conversation. The difference is Destiny's very clearly intentionally trolling in like a way where he's like, I'm not fed up with the conversation. And this is this guy's entire like scummy fuck tactic and when he comes to conversation.
Every single person on the internet, okay, that is pushing NFTs is trying to find bigger suckers.
Every single person on the internet pushing NFTs is trying to find a bigger sucker. Every single person. Then let's see who's pushing NFTs with a big smile on their face too, talking about that they can make money. Pay attention.
Basically, buy, sell, which clicks on you an NFT video, an autograph by a streamer who the clips of, oh my god, did you know that? And 10% of the revenue goes to the streamer. Okay. You're not going to tell me what an NFT is? You're going to go through all of that? You're going to tell me you're making NFTs on the command line? You're not going to answer a single question? You're really not.
All right, here's the racism clip right here.
There we go.
Now, what you guys understand, it's funny when you see a racist.
Wait, did he mute me?
Pretend as
oh, shit, I think he muted me. Okay, I'm going to mute him until he unmutes me. When he unmutes me, he can like wave his hands or whatever, I guess. Because I'm not going to play his shit for free on my stream, right? I charge people a lot of money to be on my stream if they want to. If they want free advertising. Just leave. His goal is to have a convo? Yeah, I know. I'm aware of that. Well, I didn't know it was going to be this bad, but holy shit.
Alright, so it seems like they're all muted.
Spanking? I never said that there's no use case for NFTs. What I was saying...
Alright, it seems like this is just the entire muted, and they both mute each other for this entire segment. So...
Oh, poor thing. Phobia, the suffix.
Yeah, as soon as this guy said you can build an NFT from the command line, I don't think this guy has any idea what...
there we go, they're back.
Oh shit, wait, am I muted? Hello?
Is homophobia a real thing?
Now they're back with the homophobia, so he moved on completely. He got stumped by the what is an NFT question. That's unfortunate that this guy's selling NFTs and has no understanding of them. And like, well, it's weird. Well, that just kind of, to me, suggests that what Destiny was saying, where he's like, he's trying to scam people with the NFT workshop, whatever. That might be true because this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He should have been able to answer that as a technologist.
I don't know. Are you scared of me? It seems like you are because you keep muting me.
Is homophobia a real thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Let's help you out real quick.
Yeah, help me, please.
So,
my technologist friend.
I love how, like, it's really, it's funny because this guy is really bad at character assassination because he asserted that Destiny is racist and he barely has talked about it. Like, if you really want to assassinate this guy's character, then constantly talk about Destiny's racism. Like, I don't think he's racist, but you know what I mean? Instead, he says, like, oh, you're racist, and then, he's moving on to saying that homophobia doesn't exist. That's fucking crazy to me. You know you're going to lose that argument. So even if you don't think that hating gay people is real because you're a fucking moron, you should at least know how to have the conversation. Like, that's a topic for another day. You know what I mean? Focus on him being a racist if you really want to assassinate his character. But this guy's so fucking stupid that he can't do that. This guy's an idiot. Friend.
Yeah, right. So words have ideology, right? And this is clearly one such word, homophobia. Let's begin with the term homophobia. Phobia, the suffix phobia,
afraid,
is a type of anxiety or disorder, usually defined as a persistent fear of an object or situation.
Yes, it's a word, and that can accurately describe people who don't like gay people. They're afraid of them in some capacity. If you don't like gay people, you have a fear of gay people in some capacity. You could be like, I don't. I have a fear of eating fucking cobblestone, but I'm not like cowering about it, right? Like I'm afraid to fucking eat mayonnaise because I don't think it's yummy, but I'm not fucking like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. I have a phobia to mayonnaise, but I'm not actively shitting and coming in my pants, right? A phobia doesn't have to be like to a point where you're gonna develop PTSD from the thing. All right, you're just homophobic. You don't like gay people. You think that they're less than. You patronize them. I don't understand. That's all it is. Fucking ridiculous. It's incredible. Huh?
Do you think that most people are scared or in fear of homosexuals? Do you believe that?
Maybe.
Okay, when we talk about fear of homosexuals, can I ask you like a quick thing about that for the fear of homosexuals?
But you're answering a question with a question.
Yeah, but it's related to it. It's related to that. I don't think answer. I'm just curious. Can you tell me what an NFT is? Like, can you explain it? Please. I just need to hear you.
I want everyone to observe that.
They're observing right now. You're a technologist. Tell me, please.
He's trying his best.
He put me in the back. He put me backstage again.
If this was a conversation about...
Oh my god.
Oh shit. What's going on here? You know, well, I'm talking to technologist, entrepreneur, a star, the saint and the sinner, Johns Hopkins, graduation, master student. Okay, talking to me, the lowly college dropout loser.
Yeah,
what is he talking about when he references the command line? I don't know, PowerShell? It's just a spooky tech word that he thinks he can use to scare me off because he thinks that I know as little about technology as he does. I have no idea. This is a guy that, unironically, if you would have stick him in a Vim terminal, he'd never find his way out. He actually cannot close Vim. He couldn't do it. He'd be lost in there forever, guys.
Why are you trying to distract? You asked me at the beginning, what's it about? I said, we're going to go through your background, then we're going to go through your racism, and then we're going to go through the live homophobia. Why can't you talk about that? Why are you trying to distract?
I wanted to talk about the NFT thing.
You're scared.
I'm not scared. That's why I'm ready to go head on with NFTs.
I just want to say the funny thing about a guy like you is that they all were saying that you were going to be great at debating. They said that you're going to be great at debating, but really all you do is red herrings. You know that?
Red herring? I don't know what that means. Is that like a Native American insult or what?
When you run...
Oh my god, dude. See, this is where I would have went almost instantly. Like, what's a red herring? Like, just like play incredibly fucking stupid. That's exactly where I would have gone. I don't actually know exactly what a red herring is. But that's fucking funny.
Run away from the actual topic at hand.
Well, we were talking about NFTs, and now you're running away to the next. You want to talk about dicks and shit again?
Very
seem gayer than I am. Oh shit, fucking muted me.
Oh, poor thing.
Poor thing.
Let's go back to him. Here we go.
He's playing more of my clips.
So this is what the guy...
I'm getting free advertising on the student stream. All right. We'll go ahead and we'll chill. We need a key.
Let's see what we got here. I'm waiting for him to bring it. There we go. You brought back Destiny.
You're saying like the... Oh shit.
Ready to actually discuss like the topic at hand, or are you like still trying to go back so that you can try to like win like a small battle that's irrelevant?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm here to engage.
Fantastic.
Okay, go ahead.
Like one time you're playing the piano and it's like sad, all the tactics are quite childish. Can you tell us why there's a disproportionate amount of pedophilia is homosexual in nature?
I think that the issue is that the reason why a lot of homosexual people tend towards these behaviors has a lot to do with NFTs. I have to know if you can describe an NFT.
So just so you guys know, pedophilia has very little to do. Associating gay people with pedophiles is obviously like a homophobic tactic. First and foremost, if we always did this thing where we said, well, did you know that there is an issue here? Like, we could just say all men are rapists because men tend to be the ones that sexually assault. Doesn't mean that all men are rapists. We could talk about black people in crime since that guy's black, right? Then say all black people are criminals. Obviously, that's not true. Realistically speaking, considering pedophilia, which is like a legitimate mental disorder, somehow comparable to me, just because like I understand that a lot of young boys are molested, that has nothing to do. That doesn't reflect on gay people. That is a separate like mental fucking illness of like raping children. And what's funny is that pedophilia is prepubescent children. Young boys are the least distinguishable from young girls, or at any point in like somebody's developmental life cycle. When you're a prepubescent child, you're the least distinguishable from like the other sex, we'll say, right? At any other developmental stage in your entire life, right? So like, oh, prepubescent boy and girl. I'm not saying that they look exactly the same. I'm just saying that it's very clearly has very little to do with their sex. I mean, you could probably argue some of those people who are pedophiles were molested as children, and now they're kind of like recapturing their childhood in some weird way. It's a lot of fucked up shit. But like, this is a common tactic of just trying to be homophobic as asserting this. But honestly, I'm curious about the NFT question at this point.
Key to me, in order for us to advance, because if you don't know how to describe an NFT, you're a technologist, right? So you should be. People be in the back room.
It's so sad. As people come on though, drop the link in if one of those people want to come on.
With camera on.
Yeah, with camera on, absolutely.
We'll get to some chats.
Yeah.
You can't possibly think this person looks good, right? Well, so his interview strategy is like, basically the question is like,
I don't know if pedophilia is overwhelming towards young boys.
Be grateful for any read. Siggy?
Child molestation statistics.
Geralt's got a knack for finding people, and he's.
The problem is I'm in the dungeon. I feel like young girls probably get molested more than young boys. So I don't know why they say it's. Yeah, I don't really know where the disproportion of gay men come from. Bullshit.
Then we'll talk.
1 in 5 girls and 1 in 20 boys is the victim of sexual abuse. So, yeah, it doesn't even sound like most of them. And most of the abusers are men, because men tend to have issues when it comes to sexual perversion more than women. Men are fundamentally more sexually driven, and so like there's usually an issue there. I'm not saying women can't do this. I'm not saying that all men, just because men are more sexually driven, means that men are all molesting people. But like this would be an issue more with men than with women. So when you say it's gay men, it's not really gay men. It's just men being fucking disgusting and being like probably the higher likeliness to molest. So. Yeah.
You railroad a certain number of questions, and then that always leads to like your answer. But that's all. It's just a giant railroad. Unironically, he's Jesse Lee Peterson. That's what he's doing. It's the same thing. But like, we're trying to figure out like what's the most fun way to kind of like play back, since obviously we're not here to have any real conversation, which is unfortunate because there is an interesting conversation that could be had here, but
probably not, honestly. But
his whole
I
thing
get
is,
that.
You know what? I know what it's like to be a black man, because, you know, after I finish having sex with a man, like, and I pull my penis out, it's brown just like yours. You know, I know what it's like to be a person of color. So, you know, Mr. Stinky Cock is over here acting like he's not a racist, and in actual fact, he clearly is, and he hates African American culture. And what's more, the left is so dishonest. We see them create terms.
I agree, though. I hate African American culture. I hate how much fucking black people talk in the movie. It's so annoying. Holy fuck, dude. I'm just kidding, dude. I talk to most of movie theaters. I honestly always ask my wife what's happening. Every time I'm in the movie theater. That's a joke, guys. Watch.
Terms like homophobia to confuse you and I. And they do many more things. Like, for example, they're overly represented. They're only about 3% of the human population that self-identify around the world as homosexual or LGBTQ. Yet,
we care. So the rest of the world will kill gay people if they come out. What the fuck are you talking about? Obviously.
You have the gay mafia pushing their agenda to everyone. And what he was failing to address, he tries to get comical when you ask him the real.
Yo, how come the Italian mafia is cool but the gay mafia isn't? Answer me the question, liberal or conservatives, huh? Oh, there's a gay mafia. Sounds fucking cool to me. Start making some movies about it.
I'll never forget.
Peddling these estrogen hormones for these trans girls. We're gonna get them now. It was cool to bootleg alcohol back in the day. Why can't it be cool to fucking... I'm just kidding.
Question. I said, well, why is it that most of the child molestation occurs, it's a gay guy doing it? And most of the heroes in the LGBTQ movement, for example, Harvey Milk, who's like the Martin Luther King of the LGBTQ, he's on record having had a pederasty relationship with a 16-year-old boy.
So, yeah, that sounds bad. Not for nothing. Not trying to be an asshole. Could be true, could be not. But there's also people that talk about how like Martin Luther King may have like raped people as well. I'm not trying to be an asshole. We had really shitty statistics. We had really shitty people back in the day. It was okay, unfortunately, for fucking men to fuck with 16-year-olds back in the day. And you know what? Unfortunately, it's still normal today. We have so many states with an age consent. So, like, I mean, like, you want to go back and forth because I don't know what the fuck this guy is you're talking about, but, like, history is not pretty when you look back at fucking anything, bro. It does not. Look, people love Viking culture, rapists. I don't know what to tell you. Every culture is fucking insane and shit in the past. That's why we were moving forward. So...
So we see that these types are very much so always into this situation. And you can see government studies where it states that 73% of adult male homosexuals say that they've had intercourse with a minor as an adult, which is to say a boy. And so
What? Oh, wait, hold on a second. Oh, fuck, I'm in the middle of this fucking bullshit. What did he just say?
This situation, and you can see government studies where it states that 73% of adult male homosexuals say that they've had intercourse with a minor.
73% of adult gay men slept with a minor. What? What does that even mean? There's no study for this. What? I'm really trying to find this. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Because I'm like, if this statistic exists, there's obviously it's probably gonna be very flawed. Can't even find one. Somebody send it to me. Yeah, it's like, this, you know what? A lot of 18-year-old gay boys admit to fucking 17-year-olds. Canceled. Fucking gay person. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
As an adult, which is to say a boy. And so when you ask someone, I saw someone in the chat, they said, what's the danger of homosexuality? Well, the danger is that many of them are pedophiles.
That's not true. You should probably, anyway, yeah, I guess Destiny was right. This could have been an interesting conversation because it would have been really nice to get some pushback on that. But obviously, like, Destiny kind of can't. Wow, this guy's a fucking nutcase. Holy fuck.
Especially on the male side. And secondly, it's not even healthy. For example, studies also point out that males have incontinence in older age, which is to say they're crapping themselves because it's not healthy.
So we have.
Oh, okay. So what he's saying is that, like, when men get older, people get older, they develop, like, incontinence issues, and since gay men are getting fucked in the ass, it's going to exacerbate that problem. Wow, that's incredible. I don't even know what to say. I think I'm just going to shoot myself in the fucking jaw. Well, what an argument. So being gay is dangerous because if you have a long-term loving relationship, you might poop your pants when you're 70. Like, what a great argument. I'm shitting and coming right now.
Okay. Domo said, wow, shout out to the Saint, you're going in. Joe sent a few super chats, says class begun. Idris said the Saint is the real deal. Okay. Charlie said, you're...
What I find really interesting, I was just thinking about this the other day, or yesterday, while I was, like, chilling, is this concept of because somebody says something provocative that somehow that means that they're real. There is a difference between saying provocative shit for attention versus saying difficult things that society may not want to hear in a respectful way. Like, if I sat here, like this isn't saying a respectful thing, calling all gay people pedophiles. You're just being homophobic. You're not talking about a hard truth in any capacity. An example of saying, like, the right thing that's just a difficult thing to say would be like having a conversation about trans women in sports, especially with some people, maybe, cancel people for saying, like, hey, trans women in sports could displace cisgender women, and having a conversation. People respond to, like, wow, you're speaking facts because you're saying some dumb fucking shit. You're just saying antagonistic shit, and they're like, yeah, this guy speaks facts. He's a moron. He's speaking his mind. He's feeling empowered to be, like, fucking a dickhead. He's an idiot.
Okay, we're gonna read this. You're sounding really insecure avoiding this debate. You're making us on the right look really bad.
Oh no, the psyops.
I'm not on the right.
Pete Crawley said, peace to the Saints. Destiny will realize what real clout is at the end of this, hopefully.
Yeah, no, the thing is, like, he wants to distract, and I don't want to distract. Like, he asks, like, silly questions. That's just silly. Like, it is completely irrelevant to the conversation. And this is a debate tactic, right? Like, if you put someone's feet to the fire, they're going to try to go away from that and go to something irrelevant. And I'm not going to let it happen. Absolutely not.
Okay, on Cash Out, we have Adam said peace to the Saints. Gage said peace to the Saints tuition.
Peace to the Saints.
Jamal said for doing the Lord's work. Justin said, boy, your king activated. Peace to the Saints. Lamar said tuition, you're changing people's lives for the better. Jay Gustavo says unleash all.
Right, and the weird thing too is you have to ask yourself, what kind of guy who gets into a debate starts playing instruments while the debate is going just to distract and create chaos? It's a clear indication.
We gotta skip forward till Destiny's back on because this is just too much for me. He's just speaking in fucking circles. He's homophobic. He doesn't like the Destiny's. Okay, let's see. Saint meets Destiny. Okay, let's see. Okay, so somebody comes in.
Oh, dude, if this is an extended troll.
You realize that a phobia is like a mental illness or a disorder.
Oh, dude, if this is... Okay, hold on. So you got somebody else in here. He starts pulling other people in. I'm going to go to this timestamp while they fight this thing for me.
Oh, dude, if this is an extended troll.
You realize that a phobia is like a mental illness or a disorder.
Oh, dude, if this is, oh my god,
No
way. Is he gonna do it? No shot. He's not gonna do it.
There's no medicine for like to help him.
He's not gonna.
There's no medicine for arachnophobia either, right? The fear of spiders.
No
but
shot.
The point is that it.
Well, I don't think you need I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not even going to look into it. I'm pretty sure you don't get diagnosed with arachnophobia, do you? I mean, maybe you do. Maybe if you have such an intense fear of spiders, you probably get an anxiety medication. Okay. What would you prefer? So this is the question. So here's the problem. Let's say you cared so much about words that you never ever slurred your words and you cared about everything way too much, and you were like, no, words need to be exactly proper, and you made sure to accentuate the commas in your sentences to make sure that you were a snooty fuck. Okay. Then what would you call homophobia? Because it's a prejudice to gay people. What's the quick word for that? The thing is that this guy, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. This guy doesn't give a fuck about language. What he's trying to assert is that you can't be homophobic. You can't be prejudiced to gay people because the word make no sense. But he's not offering an alternative saying, yeah, you know, the word doesn't really make any sense based on the language, but I think it should be called scaredy butt poop. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. We can have a conversation. That's not what he's doing. He's just trying to say that homophobia can't exist because he doesn't think that it is the incorrect word. It's a dumb argument. There's still be a classification for bigotry for gay people or against gay people. Like, it's just stupid.
It's something that is diagnosable, and it's a real disorder. And there's actually a book with all of the known mental ailments, you know, and experts have put this book together, and they'll move things out of the book when they've done a scientific paper that's peer-reviewed and researchers. There's things go into the book, and things come out of the book based on the experts who believe that it's a real thing. So the term phobia is a medical diagnosis. It's not a colloquialism. So what I'm saying is that this has been politicized, and it's a misnomer that's used strategically for the advancement of the leftist agenda. Do you understand? Yeah, no, that's a fair assessment. Language is the thing that the left often uses language to take their advantage.
I feel like some crash around you guys then, but
gender from relationship, which is fine if you're an LGBTQ person, but if you're a heterosexual person and 97% of human beings are practicing heterosexuality, then that's not something that we need to have force on us.
Yeah. So I mean, but there's like a phobia for basically everything. So there's like there's not a phobia for everything. There's like a phobia for like explanations. There's like phobia for like explanations, so people will try to dodge explanations. Kind of like you tried to dodge the NFT thing earlier.
Was that the actual point, or was the point of like were you scamming? Was the point of like?
Oh my god.
The point was
no, really.
He did it. Hey man.
He really wanted to catch you in a lie, so you tried skipping it and trying to get out the next one.
That's the problem. Is that I asked him if he was scamming.
You still haven't answered yet.
You still haven't answered. 1 second. I asked him if he was scamming, and to avoid saying
never get scammed,
I said don't do it, it's bad, and then I turned around and tried to sell them.
Oh, you know this guy?
Instead of having to admit that, he starts going down the path of what is an NFT, which is going to get me to talk. No, we're not going to do that, gang. We're going to have you answer the question.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Patrick, how are you?
Patrick, how are you? Yeah, just sort of piggybacking off of the sort of homophobia discussion that you're having, would you say that it's sort of like an ideology instead of like an actual real thing?
The word itself constitutes an ideology, or those who use it?
Yeah, those who use it. They're sort of like trying to indoctrinate people into an ideology.
So I think it's most people who are using the word are just the followers. Mm-hmm. There were people who were a lot more intelligent than the followers who created a discourse.
Yeah.
Because they've constructed language to push forward a given agenda. So they strategically define the word, and now everyday folks are using it. For example, I know Christians and Muslims, instead of saying husband and wife, they say partner. The word partner has been a creation of that, LGBT, which is very clever.
Oh no, load it up, guys.
In the world.
Load up. Dude, I want to make NFTs out of this fucking YouTube channel. I'm going to sell it for $5,000.
They created it, and everyone else is just following it.
Yeah.
And been pushed out.
It's something that I've sort of noticed. It almost feels like a sort of like pyramid scheme where like, for example, I got into Destiny because I had a really big fan of his as a friend, and so he sort of introduced me to you know, his ideology and all of that, and part of that was, you know, the homophobia and trying to indoctrinate me into it. And one way that he did it, it was like really subtle, but I didn't really think about it, is do you know what boba tea is by chance?
Yeah, I think it's a tea that has a large straw and like balls at the bottom.
Yeah, balls at the bottom, exactly. And so he was, in my mind, he was kind of trying to almost like turn me into like a sort of like, not to get into sort of red pill talking points, but like almost like a beta, where he was like giving me tons of sugar, because that's basically all boba tea is, it's just sugar. Like balls at the bottom. And after thinking about it, I realized that he was trying to indoctrinate me into like the sort of like pro idea of homophobia as like an ideology, instead of like trying to be like an actual friend and look out for me. And so I told him like, enough tea, like NFT, like what is an NFT?
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Oh my god, enough tea. I didn't even see it coming. I didn't even see it coming. This guy's a fucking legend. Holy fuck. An NFT, dude. Oh, that's fucking so funny. Oh my god. Okay, crazy.
Hey, it's an NFT.
Real quick, can you guys stop trying to join the chat?
Bro, that's incredible. Oh my god, that's incredible. What a fucking what a night. Oh, what a night.
Because it's full and it keeps on popping up. So if you guys can stop trying to join, kind of like blocking my view.
Oh my god, that was fucking good.
Hey, talk to me. Yeah. I just wanted to say thank you for a lot of the work you do actually on here, because I used to be a Destiny fan, but I learned that it was actually kind of silly because that's actually a girl's name.
True.
I don't know. It seemed really feminine of him to like do that type of stuff online. And I think a lot of the indoctrination that he does online is just really pathetic. I think it's really ridiculous. And he actually also doesn't know what an NFT is. So I was wondering if you could explain it to me.
Oh my god.
Okay, alright, so I got the command prompt open. What command do I just put into me? So first, for example, right, I got
Solana, do you know how to jump?
This is fucking killing me, dude. This is funny. Oh my god, my fucking head hurts. Jesus Christ. What fucking command prompt do you need? Oh my god.
Solana, no, what command do I do?
Awesome, buddy.
Oh my god.
We got a black one.
A black one?
Yeah. Destiny was, I don't know. I mean, did you see the Justice League people interview? You have to be asked a lot if you like black people. So I'm really starting to doubt if he does. It's
okay.
Yeah. No, seriously, I've been watching him for a very long time, and I followed a lot of things from his life, and now I'm actually really starting to doubt everything. So I don't know. But you mentioned Solana, right? That you can generate generate Solana wallet. Do you not do that? Oh, damn, he actually dropped out.
Oh, hello. Sorry, am I on?
Get your own.
Oh, awesome. Hey, sorry. I have like no time for all these people who are like just trolling the internet. I wanted to ask you because I actually I went to Berkeley. Okay, just to be clear, you're talking about like UC Berkeley, not like Berkeley College of Music, right? Because that's
unfortunately I don't have any musical talent.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I think music school, like really. I think like one thing I was kind of interested in because I did economics. I'm not sure what your education is at or what you study. So I'm just curious. What did you study? I'm just curious.
Your question is what did I study?
I'm a Master of Arts in like secondary education, by the way. Berkeley's a really good school. So
I studied political science, which is honestly at Berkeley is the Berkeley School of Marx. It's not a degree that's of great use. And if I were to do it over again with guidance, I probably wouldn't study political science. I didn't find that it was very useful.
Did you ever do any like minors or anything like that?
No minors.
Minor? What about mining?
For me, I actually had to drop my minor in like computer science. I had a lot of friends who were in blockchain at Berkeley. And
you gotta put on.
All right, people are just fucking trolling the fuck out of this guy this way. It's funny. They just started. This is the rest of it's pretty much them shit on him. They got Young Don actually watching. I said I wasn't gonna watch it before. I'm a little bit curious though. What does he have to say?
Peace to the Saints. Did you hear about Destiny's scam selling?
Yo.
Hi, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Destiny? Yo. Wait, does he pop in and talk to the guy? Or that's what I'm more interested in. The conversation then.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's probably interest.
What? You don't know if you want to burn that bridge?
Yeah, with you. Damn. How do you feel about gay people?
Bro, I think it's all just sin. Personally, there we go. I think that it's all just sin at the end of the day. I don't feel any particular way about gay people. I believe that as human beings, that I mean, I kind of already know Young Don's stance on this is that he just doesn't like gay people. He just okay. He doesn't. I don't think he hates gay people. He doesn't like gayness, right? That's what it is. He doesn't hate gay people. He just doesn't like gayness. He thinks it's wrong. He thinks it's a sin. He thinks that people are not like it's a bad thing to be gay. Blah 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 blah. Pretty typical fucking like homophobic talking point bullshit. Are descendants of Adam and Eve who have fallen. Yeah. We're all fucking ancestral babies that came from Adam. I get that. Let's see. Part of a fallen creation. We all have a desire to sin. We all have a fleshly nature that rejects God and yearns to please the self and the flesh, and that manifests in a variety of ways. For some people, that manifests as the desire to, have relationships that contradict the wisdom of God. Ultimately, it's all about God's wisdom and our desire to defy him, and that will so what any model that God has presented us with as his way, as wisdom. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't give a fuck about this homophobic conversation. It's interesting that young Don felt the desire to come on and like defend that point, but God bless you, brother. Geez, dumbest shit ever. I'm sorry, the homophobia thing is fucking dumb. He talked to Hunter Avalon about this. I think that was the best conversation you're probably going to get for it. He kind of got railed on that one. So, you know, I don't feel like listening to it. But that was a good conversation. Wow, that was incredible. That was interesting as fuck. I'll have to watch this a little far into it. I'm pretty far into it. I just stopped it because I'm not going to watch like a whole fucking conversation with Young Don about fucking homophobia. Shit's funny though. It was a good conversation. It's 6:15 right now. Yeah, we can bang that. You know what? I really did want to do this one. Dark. I didn't put Destiny's fucking name up there when I did it. That's me being prejudiced to Destiny. It's a fucking habit because I didn't put Destiny's name in there. It's a fucking habit for Twitch. Like, just in case, you know what I mean? Like, just in case I get banned for it. I forgot to put his name in the conversation, but I think people...
Well.
All right. All right, guys. Apparently, Tom Dark, or it's Turkey Tom, excuse me, got banned. I think it was like a week suspension or something, which I guess is technically a ban. And he made a video about it. Or he's just trolling us. I mean, those are both very likely. You know, that's a 50-50 shot. But yeah, he's still here. He's still got it going on. I guess. Did that have something to do with the train wrecks video? Well, he'll get to it. Let's get to it.
You're back. And I'm back, unfortunately. But what I'm not back from is Twitter.com, because these fucking dorks suspended me again.
Oh, on Twitter they suspended him? Oh, who gives a fuck? I thought it was gonna be like a YouTube thing. Twitter suspension? You're bad and you're stupid. What is happening here?
You're fat.
He bought Twitter just to ban me. Tunky Slurm himself. I mean, just look at this fucking...
Alright. I thought it was going to be something more interesting. It's not. I'm also not getting any fucking heals for some reason. Cool. Great. I thought it was going to be something more than that. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was YouTube. Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. Turkey Thomas, you farted on my heart. That's okay. I want to leave this fucking dungeon anyway. Cool. Cool. I gotta change the title and then we might play God of War. We'll see. We'll see if we have anything else we want to talk about. Let's see. Just dance and throw that ass back. Bum, 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 bum. What segments did we do today? One more video, please. I don't know, dude. I think we got a good amount of videos. Nothing in here is like making me want to be like, wow. Yeah, I think nothing is like popping to me where I'm like, yeah, I really want to watch this. I'm probably gonna pee, and then it's probably gonna be a bit of a God of War stream. Get a little bit of God of War in. Maybe I'll do some of this stuff tomorrow or something. We'll see. But I've done a good amount of shit. We did a good amount of content today. A surprising amount of content, frankly. That should be good enough, actually. Alright. That should be decent. I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back, okay? We're gonna go pee real quick. All right, I'll be right back. Gotta get the fucking chair, dude. Yeah, I understand. Sorry, guys. My wife was on the phone with me. Love you, baby. Set muted for that. I know you couldn't hear me. My wife actually wants to come home and talk to me about the homophobic shit and how it does make sense. I know there's no audio. There's audio, right? Oh, maybe there's no audio on the thing. I was talking to Mommy Gut. Near. All right. Let's get back into it, baby.
Just ignore what we
Bro, let me tell you.
I'm not ignoring it.
I'm ignoring it.
Discuss it back home.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Now, I wish to search for the wounded animal you heard earlier.
Okay.
You? Really?
What wounded animal we talking about?
Okay, then. Good.
Is my wife pro
Yeah.
or anti-homophobia?
Lead the way.
Very anti-homophobia. She wants to talk about why it's a real
We should
word.
be able to reach the barons up top. Once we find a way past this hive matter.
Wait, can I actually get through here?
Definitely dark elf territory.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, dude, I played this. I think I played this for 8 hours yesterday, which it's a lot for me. I don't play that many. Like, I play video games for sure, but I guess I haven't done like 8 hours before in a long time. No, this is extra. My wife's actually eating Taco Bell. I seen my calories. It's in my calories today. Whatever. What the hell is this thing? I'm just gonna kill that for no reason. Alright, just fucking everything. Look at his armpits, dude. Look at his armpits.
Hey, Mimir. Between me and Tyr, you never guessed I was the giant, huh?
Indeed, lad.
Oh, bro. Where the fuck is this flying to? I hate this. God damn it, dude. Alright, he's coming in right here. Okay, you ready? Ooh! Nasty. Nasty, brother. I got my titties hat on. We're playing some God of War. Gotta love it, dude. Gotta love it, dude. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. God of War. Okay. What's over here? What the fuck is this?
What are these animals?
Dogs.
Go on. Nature to Vanaheim. Not sure what they're doing here.
Dogs? Why not leave Twitch? I've done this like 100 times at this point. I love Twitch because it's just not a very good platform, but it really just isn't a very good platform anymore. Twitch is just a fucking problem, man.
Hail, travelers.
It's just not good.
Desert.
Like, but YouTube's the better platform.
This? Most impressive. You know Alpha pretty well. No. Hive matter.
Oh wait, I shouldn't have skipped through that. Fuck.
Stuff some cloth in your ears to keep the sand out. Don't knock it till you've tried it. This axe just keeps getting stronger. Have we more to talk about?
Skills. I got mad skills. Alright, do I have all these skills? Yeah, I do. What do we got here? Switch stances by pausing momentarily after applying the next sense for this. What? That's too complicated for me. What? Okay, so this is like a quick recall. That's kind of cool. Use the duration and damage of Vengeful Sickle. I don't even know what the fuck Vengeful Sickle is. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm too confused. I'm too much of a fucking boomer to do any of this stuff. like read any of this out. All you should do is improve chatter replies. You know, there's a couple of things YouTube needs to fix in order to be a more viable platform.
Someone train them to post.
And first of all, it is a viable platform, but there's a few things for me that like Twitch kind of fails at. The biggest thing Twitch fails at, which you guys probably don't even know, it's the fact that you cannot download. You can't download your whoa, get off. You can't download your own stream in 1080p. You have to use an external website, which is just very annoying. That's obviously needs to change. It's just so stupid and frustrating. It's not that big of a deal, but it's annoying, and it's frankly just as far as I can go. Frankly, it shouldn't be an issue. Outside of that, I mean, it would be good if they made a section that was exclusively.
Or are we just enjoying the weather? I can't hear anything out here. Perhaps we find a cave first to catch our bearings.
Okay. They need to make like a interface that's just for streamers, so people can find streamers a little bit more easily, which I'm sure they're working on. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I'm bitching about, they're already aware of, and they're just like prioritizing different things. But it's just still the better platform.
A tempting treasure chest. Damn it, son.
What the fuck? How do I get it? What the fuck? But it's nice. It's nice to be on here. I feel like I don't know, it's like a little bit of a better experience being on YouTube. There's just a lot going on. I think Twitch is just going to be dead soon. I feel like I talk about this all the time.
Okay. What other terrible things have Odin and Thor done?
Wait, have I just gone back? Oh, I went back to where I was. Odin once, he stole my last gummy bear, so that's pretty fucked up. I also get like I feel like I have a wider audience on here. Like more people will usually. It was kind of nice to stream on Twitch because that's like more of a gaming platform. So the gaming stuff I guess was received a little bit better. But like at the end of the day, I don't really care. I think it's whatever. Here, this one is. Nice that. So. It's over here. Silver. Yeah, I like the sled too. This is so stupid, but the thing I like about the sled the most that feels so good is that you don't steer Kratos, you steer the dogs. People were making fun of me yesterday because I brought that up.
There's too much sand in the way, brother. Can't read it.
Okay, so apparently we have to wait till something at like the end of the world happens or something. But like it's cool that you steer the dogs and then it pulls Kratos. It's just like a nice touch that feels like good. It feels natural and it feels normal. Just feels correct, you know what I mean?
Whatever this thing is, I think the animal's inside. Whatever's inside is kicking up quite a bit of sand.
Oh, we gotta
reach it. There's caves and tunnels aplenty out here. Let's find one, see where it takes us.
Alright, let's open this first. Yo, what's up, punk? Jesus Christ. Gotta warm up, guys. This is a hard fight. Yes, it's a tough fight. I like these fights. I like these fights though. They're so fucking hard, but I like. Well, they're hard for me. I know I'm old, but I enjoy these fights. There's just such like a robust skill set for a lot of these characters. That early because a lot of them drop rage. Hold on. What's this? Alright. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. That one wasn't as hard as it's been. I'm getting a little better at this game. I'm getting a little better with my abilities. A little better at reading the room. You know what I'm saying?
Show it to one of the dwarves.
Hey.
They'll know.
How about you show me your diaphragm? Even to your vagina. Let's see. Boosts strength. Just does a ton of strength, apparently. What do I have right now? Wait, the last thing I beat activates realm shit to really slowing down strength. That's actually very fucking cool. Reduces how quickly enemies stun bar strength. Okay, that's fine. That's not gonna be what I have on there. I like having a bit of health. I like being a bit tanky. Yeah. We don't have to announce everything we pick up, brother. Come on.
Look here.
Alright, we looked. Cool. Can we go into this? Is there anything to actually go into? Hey, baby. What's up? Okay. Wait, why did my mother pay? Huh? I have no idea what this is. My bad.
I didn't know it said everything.
Yeah, that's funny though. Okay, so what is it? Why don't you move back when you open that? You fucking, you're crazy, baby. Is it anything? Holy fuck! It was bound to happen. My wife was bound to get us killed or something. You didn't really show us anything actually. It's funny. Yeah. Alright, anyway, what is it? What is it? What? My mom sent us a card in priority USP shipping for $10. Because it was our first anniversary. Well, that's cute. What does it say? Does it say our entire family name? You want to show that on your screen? Cute. Oh, is there any money in it? I can't believe my mother sent a $10 price. Disney stuff? Oh, shit, my mom sent us $100. She gave UPS $10 to send $100. What a fucking that's a cute card. It's nice. Let's text my mother, thank you. I'm not going to say anything to her because I don't text because that's cringe, but you should text her. You should fucking shit. My mom's really trying to keep UPS alive, though, huh? She's fun. She's cute. Alright, can you start comparing my mother to your mother and make your mom feel bad about not getting us anything? I'm kidding. I'm making a joke. What'd you say? We were just over here, right, guys? Yeah. My Pomelo? Oh, I thought you were going to say your mother got us a gift or something. That she doesn't have it.
I don't think we're getting through that gate in this storm.
Yeah. No, my mom lives like there's a 10-15 minute drive away. My mother's very close to us. Wait, I thought that they said that the creature was underground somewhere, and then if we kill it, we might be able to. Will you pop up here, Curtis? Come on, brother. You know the game better than me. What was that ability that I had before? Where you like recapture it? Press R1 and L1 while barehanded. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess I can see these better now. Oh, I gotta run this. I'm super attractive. Thank you, Purple Giraffe. I appreciate that. You guys are crazy. Okay. It's all about perspective, guys. Nice. That's pretty cool. Oh, the dogs follow you. That's kind of cool. I guess they're attracted. I guess I am super attractive, huh? All right. So how did this benefit me? My mother-in-law's nice. She's great. Oh, they say that your wife turns into like your mother-in-law, you know. So my wife ends up looking like that. Ain't too bad, you know what I'm saying? 30 years from now, I'll be happy, you know what I'm saying? I'll be right, you know. No biggie. Biggie, dude. Biggie. Alright, I think that, I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid. That's definitely true. I'm just gonna move on to the actual story of the game, because I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be chopping. I don't know. The rectum is not clear, so we're gonna move on. I can figure out how to get the fuck out of here. Or we're gonna stay here forever, because I'll never figure out how to leave. Yeah, that's actually so. What I've been saying is I'm never leaving here, guys, because I have no fucking idea where I'm going. This. Oh, okay. She likes me for me. How are you gonna do this? Move forward a little more. What's up, baby girl? Yeah, you can talk. Why don't you want to grab this shot? I think it's not. Okay. Yeah, how much time? What'd she say? Oh, you're gonna go there? You gonna go see your mommy? Incredible. Incredible stuff, baby girl. You're having a good night. Give me a kiss. Oh my lord. My wife has to go run and get she has to go run and grab something from her mother, so she's gonna dip out. Then she might come back and chat about the homophobic stuff. Alright, where are these fucking dogs at? I wanna get out of here. I hate this fucking place. I hate sand. I hate the sand. I forgot what Anakin Skywalker says. No, she was gonna talk a little bit on the stream. Maybe I'll Discord call her. Hey boo, what did you want to say about gay people? Oh, that they smell very nice. Oh, wait, this is where I need to go. Wow, that was awesome. I don't know if the lag came with the game. Probably my hardware. Found the cave, guys. Just like I was trying to find.
This cave extends underneath the desert. Is the creature within?
Yeah.
The fuck do I
Sounds
know?
like it.
You asking,
We'll
bro?
find it if we keep going. What is this place?
A refuge for the Dark Elves, by the looks of it. One of the few remaining as a bard from the temple.
Can I go down further or no? I guess not. Muy intradastato. Is she comfortable talking on the stream? Yeah, she's alright. It depends on like how robust the conversation gets.
Same reason anyone comes here.
Oh, that's not good. Damn, cut him right in his penis area. That's fucked up, bro. Why you gotta be doing like that? How am I supposed to get over here? Oh, snazzy! Wish I could stop it from throwing. There we go. Which guy's place for us? Yeah, thank you. People keep saying that. That was the only cool time, the only time the mirrors were kind of cool. The fuck? I thought it was dead. Kill him, Atreus. Atreus.
Gonna get in, and if we don't, I'll kill you.
I guess I go this way.
Got it all right. He threatened us, and this big weapon.
I don't think that there's a function for that. I fucking dodged that. That was bullshit.
Great play.
making a few mistakes here and there.
They attack us.
This is their home. And considering what happened the last time we were in Alpha, can you really blame them?
What the fuck is this, dude? Where's the chest? Ooh, can I not activate it with that? That's fucking dumb. Alright, there's the chest. I guess you can't cut through fucking wood. Good to know. Makes a lot of sense to me, honestly. Is what it? What do you mean by that? I'm playing. This is a side quest right now.
Patience. A virtue or a threat?
Depends on the reader.
Guess so. Yeah, I guess side quests are technically part of the story, but I think that they just meant like main part of the story or not. But yeah, I'm doing like a little side quest right now. I don't understand this stuff. We're killing shit, bruh. We're just killing things. We're playing the game. You know what I mean? I wish I had a new weapon. I think you got to get Thor's hammer at some point. I feel like. Guess I could have got that chest, but whatever.
What does it say now?
It's not always like that. Some animals are just
Built
feel what
different.
they're feeling. Whatever this thing is. It's a lot of pain.
I mean, it would make sense. It would make. All right, Trace. Just keep talking over me, Trace. Yeah.
I'm capable of curiosity.
Okay.
To me, it would make sense that. Can I not throw from here? It would make sense that the. I mean, if this is like the hidden fucking base of the Dark Elves or whatever, it would make sense to me that the Dark Elves would be using like maybe using like the creature's pain, I guess, to cause the sandstorm, since that seems to be what fucking happens. So I wouldn't doubt that. All right, can't throw anything from here. I don't know if you fight Thor again in this story.